everyone. And hello, everyone, and welcome back to Perception Studio. Tonight we are continuing our game of Blades in the Dark by John Harper. I am your MC for the evening, Loren Peterson. You can find me on Twitter at DM_LSP, and joining me, as always, is...
I'm DJ Shulky, and you can find me online at dshulky, and I'm playing Mortimer Smythe, the Leech.
And I'm Kati Kawaguchi. You can find me online at _KIDKATI, and I'm playing Vesna, the Viper Reigns, the Hound.
I'm Andrew Lindy. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Podcaster Andrew, and I am playing Steve, who is a hull.
And I'm JPG. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at JPG. That's JAEPEAGEE. And I'm playing Zant, the Whisper.
All right. You can interact with us in a couple of ways tonight via donations. $10, you can either add or subtract 2 from the next die roll of the players. You pick a player, give that out to them, and you either help them out or screw them over. Thanks, chat. We know you're going to screw them over. For $15, you can advance one of these clocks up above me, or rewind it if you want to be that level of competitive. And for $25, I'll go over what those clocks are in a moment, you can drop a character into play of your choice. You give us a short description of them. They will show up and either be a help or a hindrance to the crew, and we'll see what happens. Last time we had 1980s twink Aquaman and zombie goth Ariel show up, so it was a good time. Tonight's clocks, or for the rest of this heist, however long that takes, are going to be a 4-step clock, a complex obstacle. The 4-step clock is that the individuals who will be chasing our heroes tonight, or heroes, will unleash bloodhounds to chase them down through the streets of the city, making their lives a little bit more difficult. Our complicated obstacle for tonight, which is the 6-step clock in the middle, when that happens, a swarm of angry ghosts will attempt to seize the artifacts that they got last session and use it to restore themselves to life. And finally, our daunting obstacle. Tonight, it's an 8-step clock, and tonight our crew will be having to pass through some dangerous territory against maybe some rivals who might want the same thing they do. If you fill out that clock, they will make themselves known, and they will seize our crew's prize, and they will have to get it back. Those are the ways you can interact with us tonight. Please screw them over as much as possible. We all love to see it. As a bit of a recap from last time, the crew...
Every 100 as well.
Oh, every 100. I always forget about the every 100. Every time you hit $100 in donations, everyone will clear their stress. If you're not familiar with Forged in the Dark games, stress is sort of a health resource pool that they can use. The more they have of it to spend, the better. So you're helping them out by doing that. In addition, when you hit 100, the situation will wildly escalate out of control. I get to just drop whatever the hell I want on their heads and screw them over in the best ways possible. We had a bomb go off. It was really fun. So, as a small recap, the crew, this group of ghost hunters, who we now actually have a name for, they're called the psychopomps, were hired by the Spirit Wardens, yes, Spirit Wardens Captain Musgraves, to investigate a haunted ship that had sort of rolled into port and was very spooky, and a bunch of people had been sent in to investigate it already and did not come out. So they turned to some specialist ghost hunters to tackle the issue. Inside, they found out that the dock workers were tired of that thing being there and had planted a bomb and were set to blow the ship up. They raced against the clock, did not get to what they needed to get to before the ship blew, and then while climbing through the burning wreckage found out there was a strange, horrible obelisk that was animating the spirit of a demon that tried to possess parts of the ship. They managed to not necessarily kill the demon so much as wrench the obelisk animating it out of its body and flee into the night, where they returned home to find a black envelope waiting for them that said lay low and await further instructions. Now, normally in a Forged in the Dark game, you would transition from a heist to downtime. Downtimes are great. Oh, hey, thank you, Robert Hartley GM, for joining 104 viewers. You showed up right as I finished describing what we're doing. We're playing John Harper's Blades in the Dark tonight, so thank you very much for joining us. To normally you would transition from a heist to a downtime. We did downtime sort of off screen. We accelerated a little bit. It's a bit of a slow game in terms of leveling up, so I kind of gave everyone just a little bit of new stuff. So you'll see some new powers, new abilities coming out tonight from the crew, and that'll be really fun. A couple of things were discovered during downtime. Mortimer investigated the sort of obelisk that they found. And Mortimer, what you discovered by doing research on it is that this is spoken of in a few texts, but essentially it is a very old channeling device, and through it, one can sort of stretch and change and manipulate the soul, if you know what you're doing. If you don't, it can go catastrophically wrong. If you do know what you're doing, well, you can achieve something close to demonhood.
Cool.
Basically getting lots of cool, crazy powers if you know what you're doing. Vesna, you sought out, after your last encounter with the Tide King, you sought out and managed to acquire some special materials, and you and Mortimer worked together to develop some anti-demon bullets. In addition to your anti-ghost bullets, you now have some enchanted ones that can strike harder at demons. As a note, the drawback to these things is demons can probably sense them and don't like that you have them. Steve, whose full name I forget because we just keep calling him Steve.
It's Stavros.
Stavros,
Yeah.
This is right, Stavros.
I thought that's what you'd like to be called, though.
Yeah.
Or should we be calling you Stavros? Or...
No, it's Steve.
It's
Okay.
Steve.
So it's Steve. Okay.
Steve, you managed to install a voice box on Tall Steve.
Yeah,
so Tall
something like
Steve
that.
can talk now.
Yeah.
Everyone else got a little something else. What else does that give you?
Well, I think you're going to see it'll play into the threatening nature of.
Of course,
Yeah.
course, yes. Steve is absolutely. That thing shouldn't be able to talk, and when it does, it's terrifying.
Yeah.
So, finally, Zant, you went out and attempted to get the journal of Captain Musgrave.
I just don't trust him at this point.
You just don't trust him. Why don't you trust him? He's such a trustworthy guy. He's got a creepy mask.
I just think anybody who keeps a secret journal with a lock around your neck for it.
Maybe it's because he knows there's assholes like you out there in the world.
I'm sorry. I run an orphanage.
That's
so
true.
how
You
dare
do run an orphanage. You have that journal.
Oh God. Okay.
You've stolen it. Actually, here's what I'll give you. I'll give you a choice.
Okay.
Did you steal the journal but haven't had a chance to look in it yet?
Okay.
Or did you manage to peek in it just a little bit, but had to leave it behind when you ran to knock it?
Oh, peeking it for sure.
Okay.
Wow.
I know. I'm gonna. No, I can't. Like. Wait. If I peek in it, does he know that I peeked in it? Like, do I like keep it? Or do I like put it right back the same exact way?
Do you want to peek in it?
Yeah, you have to make this choice.
Because if so, you're giving me a roll.
No, I'm just gonna steal it.
Okay, you've stolen the
I'm gonna
journal.
steal it, but I haven't looked at it yet.
You
Yeah,
haven't
no
looked at
idea
it.
what's
You don't even
going
have it open yet.
No.
So what I'm going to start for during this heist, you have a 4-step clock. Open the journal.
Okay, cool. All right.
That's interesting.
I feel like I've already made a crucial error.
The night you
Yeah.
return from having stolen the journal, before you even have time to attempt to unlock it, there is another black envelope slid under the door of the old private investigator's office you inhabit. That is sort of the gang hideout for the psychopomps. And inside, it says, "The artifact you have recovered is of great is of great importance and great danger. It needs to be destroyed. There are heretics within the Spirit Wardens who seek it, and because of you telling everyone on the docks what happened, they know who you are and they are out looking for you."
Our boy didn't keep his mouth shut, huh?
He walked off those docks and Bartleby was like, "Oh, don't worry, everybody. They got it. It's fine. The Spirit Wardens are here." Yeah, word got around. So, the letter continues. "I have found a ritual within our archives that will allow us to destroy it. I have set up in an old house up in Brightstone, which is a district in Duskwall. It's like an old, rich, old money district. Lots of fancy houses, but closer towards the Six Towers side. Six Towers used to be a cool old money district, and now is very run down. There are some older, dilapidated mansions. He gives you an address to one of them and says, meet me here on the night of the festival. And I will have already begun the ritual. All you need to do is get the obelisk to me, and we can destroy it. But beware, the Bluecoats, the police force within Duskwall, will be out looking for you, as will the Spirit Wardens. And it's signed Captain Musgrave. So a couple things here. You have two options. You can go before the festival begins. It will be easier to move through the streets, but also easier to see you and harder to hide if you're spotted. Or you can go during the festival, at which point it'll be very easy to blend into the crowd, but much more difficult to move, especially if you're caught. And the second thing is, what's this festival for? I don't have any prep for that. What's the festival about? Throw out some ideas.
The sun explosion.
Oh, yeah?
Like the anniversary of the
sun going
exploding sun.
So, for those of you who may not be familiar with Blades in the Dark, the sun just stopped in the sky, and like even at high noon, it is only as bright as the most overcast day you've ever seen. It's just a bare ember behind the clouds, because demons broke the gates to hell. Or the afterlife in general. Don't you just fucking hate it when the demons shut the gates to the afterlife?
Ain't that just the
No
way?
more
Oh, my
sun.
lord.
No more, and then the sun's gone. It's like, come on, guys. We all live here.
Could it be kind of like their Halloween or their Purim, where it's like we get to dress up and like wear masks and all that as well?
Sure, yeah, absolutely. I love that because that feeds right into disguising yourselves to move through the place is
Yeah,
really
So
fucking
it's
cool.
almost Halloween.
It's also almost Halloween.
You know
So
that?
this is a Halloween-like celebration where people dress up as demons it's on the anniversary of the Broken Sun. All Demons Day. I like that. All Demons Day is very good.
That's the name
Thank
of
you,
it.
Azaris, as Razis.
That's right.
All Demons Day. So on All Demons Day, the day that the sun stopped in the sky, everyone dresses up as demons to ward off actual demons, as if to say, no, we're already fucking shit up here.
Yeah, like we're all demoned up at this point.
So people break things. They bring out like pottery and smash it. People get really raucously drunk. There's like fights, like fun fights. There's probably like plays that are like play fights. It's just a lot of things to be like, look, we're already causing chaos.
Okay.
Go away, demons. So that's what the festival is. Which I think means like everyone kind of seems very excited about that. Are we gonna do this heist during All Demons Day?
I'd like to.
Yeah,
I
that
think
I would like
great.
to-
I feel like
Yeah.
we're all in consensus,
Okay.
right? Yeah.
So, on the day of All Demons Day, you're going to use the cover of the festival to make your way through Six Towers, which is basically like an old kind of dilapidated, rundown portion of the city. The actual description is a formerly rich district, now worn down and dilapidated, where everyone is going to be throwing basically just a big fucking party breaking shit. Yeah.
So since like this is like the dilapidated part, do both like high society and
Oh,
people
absolutely.
come out?
There's
Okay,
spillover from Brightstone,
Okay.
which is the rich section right next to it. I know you probably can't see very well because it's a very cool map, but it's a very tiny one. There's Brightstone, and there's a little bridge that connects it to Six Towers. Ooh, we can get kind of bigger. Yeah, Brightstone, Six Towers. It's not that much bigger. Yeah, so you're gonna move through the parades and the festival within Six Towers to get to Brightstone, which is where the mansion that Captain Musgraves has set up the ritual to destroy the obelisk is. All right. So let's begin the heist. In Blades in the Dark, in case you're not familiar with it or you don't remember from last time, we cut to the action. We don't do a ton of planning. The first thing we do figure out, though, is the engagement roll. So, What is our approach? Does anyone have ideas for an approach here? Which are listed on your character sheet. It's not listed on my GM sheet, which is weird. I'm going to borrow
Is it the
yours
planning
real
and
quick.
load?
Yeah. Planning and load. So your 6 options for an approach are assault, a point of attack, deception, your method, stealth, your entry point, occult, the arcane power you're using, social, the connections you have, or transport, the route you're taking. There's a lot of options here.
I feel like transport has got to be part of it.
Sure, transport could be, this is the exact route we're going to take. We've planned out the best
We
way to
found
go.
like an alleyway. We found like a rooftop.
Right,
we
exactly.
Can jump
You could be taking the roofs.
Yeah.
Something like social connection is like, oh, maybe you have a connection and you're going to get into the entourage of a rich person who's going throughout the party. That way you've got a little bit more protection.
Oh, I kind of want
Do we
that.
know someone who knows a rich person?
Do you?
Yes.
That's why I looked at Kate.
Absolutely. Deception, your method could simply be, oh, we're everywhere in costumes. We're all separated as partygoers. Stealth entry point could literally be like, we're sneaking up into, maybe you're hiding beneath a float, right? That's going down the
Classic hiding under the dragon technique.
classic hiding under the dragon technique. You know, that's a very oft overlooked technique.
Yeah.
So I mean, those are all great options, but I'm also open to ideas. What do we like here?
Oh, I definitely want to use an abuse Vesna's
context.
Let's get us a rich person to take us in.
100%. Yeah.
Hide the obelisk.
Yeah, how unwieldy is the obelisk?
The obelisk is roughly,
It's like 3 feet.
yeah, it's like 3 feet. It's big. You have to carry it.
So it's implied that we're lugging this around at the same time.
Yeah, and how are you going to do so discreetly?
Now, how much load would it take up if you had to estimate?
It's a 2-load item.
Well, guess what? I have compartments that hold 2 load. Can I hold that thing?
Is the oh god. Okay. Do you want to put the obelisk in you?
I'll put the obelisk in me.
Steve is putting the obelisk in
Do
him.
I know if
So
that's gonna do anything bad?
yes.
I looked over.
You looked over the obelisk. What I'll tell you is, if Steve puts the obelisk inside of him to carry it,
Steve's also
I'm going to start the 6-step clock, the hunger.
The Steve clock.
And it will apply to Steve, and I will mark it at any appropriate time.
Oh my god.
What does the hunger imply? Do I know what it implies?
You know what happened last time something got wrapped around the obelisk? The Tide King showed up.
Oh, so he'd be like a host for the Tide.
So now you're gonna get the Steve King.
Maybe not the Tide King,
Yes,
but it would
Steve.
corrupt.
Demon.
If you don't get there fast enough and get it out, it might corrupt Steve.
I'm into it.
And that can only be bad, right?
It can only be bad.
And that can only
I
be
like
bad.
demon stuff.
Okay, so Steve, are you willing to take this on?
Yeah.
Alternatively, like, hey, you're with a bunch of rich people. There's all sorts of things you could disguise it as. A centerpiece. Put it in their fucking ice sculpture or something.
And the ice sculpture would go evil.
Then you would have an evil ice sculpture, of course.
Oh,
We can fight ice though.
I
Come on.
100% want an evil eye sculpture now.
All right, maybe there's just going to be an evil ice sculpture. But no, putting it inside Steve is an excellent choice. Steve does have extra load. I was gonna say is if someone is carrying it. The weird thing is, like, bringing an item in like that doesn't necessarily like work with your load, because what if you pass it off to someone else?
Right.
I think if you're holding the obelisk, you count as having one load higher than you do. And obviously your arms are, maybe that's what it is. It's just like you're holding the obelisk,
Yeah.
your arms are contained. But you could put it inside Steve, and that wouldn't inhibit anything because Steve has the compartments for it.
Mhm.
Now, let's say Steve hands it off to one of us. Would that start another 6-step clock in order to?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Oh.
You just have an unwieldy thing. It's in Steve, and Steve is a ghost robot. Like,
but-
it's gonna fuck with Steve in ways it ain't gonna fuck with all y'all.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair. Okay.
Mm.
Okay.
I'm taking the risk.
Yeah.
Spike
I like
the punch with the obelisk.
I'm okay with this right now. I'm feeling good about having this inside of Steve.
You are? Is that because you're not at risk, or you just have confidence in Steve?
I'm so
I
excited
have confidence
to see.
in Steve.
Okay.
Also,
So
I
excited.
just want to say thank you, chat, for being here. I know there's another big thing on Twitch going on tonight, and I'm glad that you're here.
We don't pull attention to that.
Well, I just did.
What if someone in the chat goes,
Wow.
"Oh, I forgot. Goodbye."
Well, then they didn't deserve to be here in the first place.
Oh.
I'm kidding. Chat, we love you. Thank you so much for being here.
Oh.
Aww.
Wow.
Oh.
That's
Well,
racist.
some
Thanks
we
So,
love
so much.
rich people. We're going with rich people.
Yeah.
Is that the plan?
Who's your rich friend?
I don't know.
You have
well,
a
so
contact, right?
one of the things is your vice is basically participating in high society. So like that's
Yes.
how you reduce stress, is going to fancy parties and living a nice life. And that's very fun. So what's your connection? Yeah, that's because that's the thing, right? Is social, the connection. What is your connection? Who do you know in high society that will get you into this party?
What is something that like is considered high society in this world?
Think like Victorian era noble parties.
Ooh,
but like
spices.
maybe
Spices. He's rich in spices.
maybe a little bit eyes wide shut, but like not orgy.
Oh, okay.
Like really decadent, crazy, we're rich
Did you say
shit.
boo to no orgies?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm sure there's orgies. I'm sure there's orgies.
We just don't know about it.
We're not gonna put the camera on the orgies.
Fade to black.
What if it's one of those like you said they fight for fun, right?
At the All Demons Day, yeah, there's like mock fights, like big mock battles and things like that. So people are like, oh look, a street fight. Those two demons are fighting each other, and it's like two performers.
What if it's not a performance? Like they just fight. I want to enter Zan.
Are you serious? Is that how we got on? Because we promised a fighter
Yeah.
and then not even tell Zant?
Okay, so your connection is you went to someone, you're like, oh hey, I hear that you need a guy for this big fight for your centerpiece, for your section of do they have like a section like cornered off, and it's like, oh, that's so and so's portion of the party, let's go in there because we know there's going to be like the cool fighting and these drinks and they're going to have this stuff. Okay, cool. Do you have a name for this person?
We'll go with Celine.
Okay, she like is a she her.
Yes.
Celine, she her, socialite.
And she's the worst.
She's just the worst. just the absolute worst. Okay.
There's gambling on pit fiends is what we have.
Garamond, there's 100% gambling on these.
So I
100%.
just watched Game Night the other night for the first time.
like the film where
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And there's a bit where one dude the whole time is like, rich people just make poor people fight. Like that's what they do for fun. And it was like, you gotta stop reading BuzzFeed, dude. Like that's not real. And one of the twists at the end of the movie is like they go to a rich dude's house and they're just making poor people fight in the basement. He's like, I knew it. Yeah, this is that.
It's that.
Yeah.
This is that. They just like, oh, no, our mock fights are the most real because we have someone doing incredible makeup and there's like fake blood and all the actors. It's like, no, they're just letting people kill each other.
Okay, so we're for real fighting though, right?
Yeah, you're for real fighting.
It's not like wrestling where like it's real blood, but they're all
They don't
shake
bleed
hands and
anymore.
walk away.
I don't know how to bleed
What?
anymore. No,
Dude,
they
oh
can't
yeah,
stop.
dude, that's so dangerous.
Then wrestling's out. What are we even doing anymore?
They started,
You
like,
can't
going
cause
for
bodily
kids.
harm. Wrestling's canceled.
God.
No, so yeah, I think that's perfect. So let's roll the engagement roll. So you start with 1 die for sheer luck.
Who's leading this?
I'll do it.
Oh yeah, you're doing it.
You're doing it? Okay. You start with 1 die for sheer luck. Is this operation particularly bold or daring? Take +1 die. Or is it overly complex and contingent on many factors?
I mean,
The latter.
I'm assuming I have to win a fight right
I think
now.
No, I think the thing is that's just how you got in, and
Yeah.
we're gonna start. That's what the engagement roll hinges on. How are you doing in that fight, buddy?
Okay.
Just to cut to the action. I don't think it's overly complex or contingent on many factors. It's not like a 6-step plan. It's literally just that's how we're getting in to the party, and there won't be as many eyes on us when we do, and you can cut and run when needed. But I also don't think it's particularly bold or daring. You're taking a very quiet avenue using your resources. It's pretty good. All right, does the plan's detail expose a vulnerability to the target or hit them where they're weakest? +1 die. Yes, it does.
Yeah,
because
yeah, if we're surrounded by a bunch of rich people, right?
not
Like-
only are you surrounded by a bunch of, not only is this All Demons Day where everyone's wearing masks and costumes, you're surrounded by the rich people who the police just turn the other eye. They don't look at them.
Yeah.
Now, the spirit wardens have a little more authority than that.
Okay.
But the police aren't going to give. The blue coats are going to be like, oh,
I imagine
no, we're
there's none
paid
in
off.
this area.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's no blue coats in this area. They've been paid off, for sure. So it's an extra die. Can any of your friends or contacts provide aid or insight for this operation?
I feel like they already did, right? So we should get the dice.
That's the avenue. Is that like an actual contact on your sheet?
No.
Okay.
Man.
Then I feel like this person isn't your friend so much as this is someone you knew and you just used Zant as a bargaining chip.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're not like at the first sign of you're here to fuck them over, they're gonna throw you out.
Now, if any of us has a contact?
Yes,
that
if
could help
anyone
at
has a
this point?
contact who can provide help.
I have a contact who is a servant, so perhaps they can help move from the rich to the poor.
Oh,
Yeah.
a servant. So you know a servant who's oh, thank you for following Hemfoot Leviathan. Hamfoot Leviathan.
Hamfoot, yeah.
Hamfoot Leviathan. What a name.
I think I'm hoping that their name is Levi because that's how they.
Oh, you build a
Levi.
Hamfoot Levi Ethan.
Well, you said that was very good, by the
Yeah,
way.
it was very good. Yeah, we should just start saying everybody's name wrong.
That'd be a good Blades in the Dark gangster. Yeah, I'm Levi Ethan, but they call me Hamfoot. You want to find out why?
I mean, write that down. That is, we need
definitely
that
coming up right now. It's definitely coming up.
I just heard
Foot so hammy I could kick down a bulkhead.
Oh no! You brought back bulkheads.
That was Southern Bulkhead.
That was the Southern bulkhead. You know, I got paid for it once. I gotta throw it up there again. Continuing. You have a servant friend. What's your servant friend?
Jenna with an H.
Okay, cool. Jenna with an H.
Where's the H? Where's the H?
Yeah, where is
I
it?
assume.
Does it end with AH or is it JHENNA?
It ends with an H, but I'll tell you, the temptation was there to say, I don't know. It could be anywhere. It's a silent H.
It's the first letter.
It's a silent H. It could be anywhere.
Jenna. Yeah, everyone called me Jenna. It's I get it all the time. Don't worry about it. So Jenna, Jenna with an H, is a servant, and they kind of move through these. They're able to move through these spaces. Probably more that they kind of know how it all goes and are like, hey, once you're in position, I can help you move. All right, cool. Jenna can provide an extra die to this, so we're sitting at 3 dice right now.
How are you friends with
Are there
Jenna?
any other elements I want to consider?
Pre
No.
death times.
Are there any friends? Are there any enemies or rivals interfering with the operation? Not yet. We have a clock for that. So
And just to remind you guys for the clock, if you fill up the 4-step clock, and that's the $15 tier. That's going to be Loren sticks a bunch of bloodhounds on us,
yep.
right? Okay.
The blue coats will release the dogs through this party, and they will chase you on a 6-step. Oh, you want to go ahead?
Oh, that's right. You got it. You're handsome.
Oh. Why, thank you.
I know.
On the 6-step clock's completion, a storm of angry ghosts will appear and attempt to seize the obelisk for themselves.
So a bunch of ghosts come out, try to steal our stuff.
In the middle of a party about demons wrecking shit. Honestly, somebody fill that clock. That's going to be fun as hell.
That's going to be hilarious.
As the 8-step clock gets filled, a rival gang in the area will seize the obelisk, and they will have to get it back.
If it's still inside of Steve, do they just steal Steve?
Yes,
They
of course they
might
steal.
steal me.
They mess with Steve. Well, Steve has 2 bodies. It's fine.
We'll figure it out.
So let's do a load. What load is everyone running? Reminder: if you have a heavy load, you look like an agent on a mission.
5. I'm doing normal.
Normal. And also to keep in mind, the Bravo rigging gives each of you an extra 2 load of weapons or armor.
Okay.
So you've always got that kind of for free. And are you carrying the obelisk in you, Steve?
Yeah, this is going to be Tall Steve.
I can only imagine it's tall
Who
Steve.
is carrying the obelisk. I guess I'm medium load then. I guess that's how that works. Yeah, I
Okay.
think Tall Steve is medium all the time.
Yes, tall Steve is always medium.
I'm gonna have to go light since I'm fighting in the
Oh,
pits,
yeah.
right? Yeah, I have to go light because they're probably gonna search me for weapons or anything like that. But it's okay
It's okay
because
you took the best move in the whole fucking
I
game.
did just take the best move, and I'm very excited for this.
I'm going normal. Also, my costume this year is I'm dressed as the Tide Lord.
Oh, the Tide King?
The Tide
They're
King.
so tiny.
Too soon.
Did you do that?
I was thinking of
Oh no, well I want to do it.
Okay.
I like the idea that you both
I-
show up as type.
The idea
One
that
of
both
us
of you show up, you're like, one of us is going to have to change, and you turn, and there's like 12 more of them. There's just a bunch of people dressed as the Tide King this
It's just
year.
the Squid Game of this year.
I haven't seen it yet. I haven't seen it yet.
Squid Game, you're gonna see a whole bunch during Halloween.
Oh, I'm
this year,
sure.
They're also like kind of an easy costume.
It's
though.
pretty,
Like,
just a jumpsuit.
It's like
like-
a tracksuit with a number.
yeah.
Or if you do the mask with the pink suits.
Yeah. So,
Wait, did you say? You said normal.
Normal,
right?
yeah,
Okay,
but
cool.
I added
So-
my costume.
normal load, and you're dressed as the Tide King,
Normal.
and dressed as the Tide King.
Yeah, I think
Normal, because you're Steve. What's Steve dressed as?
Yeah, probably the Tide King. Probably they had their exchange, and then Steve comes out, and it's just like, like it's just like whatever.
maybe you could be the sexy version of this.
Yeah. Can you be
Well, what-
sexy
this is-
Tide King?
Sexy Tide
Steve's
King.
Tide King has to have a full like head mask because Steve doesn't really have like facial features.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Can we just pass him off as a human during this point?
Oh, absolutely,
Because, yeah.
absolutely. He's already disguised as human.
He dresses the
Actually,
obelisk.
here's what I'll do. No, I'll just say
obelisk.
you're disguised as a human. That's totally fine.
I can roll something. I don't know.
Actually, I think if everyone is going in, nah.
Well, because I don't
You
get a
should
costume.
you should
Yeah.
activate the disguise, or not activate, but declare the disguise kit on your gear.
All right, yeah. I'm disguised kidded.
And that will mean you are disguise kitted. So, and then Zant, what is your costume?
I don't get a costume.
Oh, you absolutely do.
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
waiting for you after you're done with the fight.
No, you probably fight in costume because you remember you're supposed to be
Oh, yeah, you're
demons,
supposed to
like
be
causing
demons
havoc.
fighting.
yeah.
That's the whole
What's the
idea.
demon that is like? Is there a demon that's related to the orphanage somehow?
Oh, that's a good question. You know what? I don't think
I'm the demon of orphanages.
No.
the demon
I
of
just
dead
mean, like,
parents is what it is.
But you're like
No.
your Saint
You know what it is?
Oxnards or something. What is
Yeah.
your saint?
Oh,
was gonna
no,
say
oh, because
Saint
no,
Emilio's of the
I like your
Fire.
makeup.
What is it? Come on.
no, because I'm called I'm called the Saint of Storms, right?
Now you
But
have a
then-
demon of storms.
Yeah, so now, no, what it is I don't get like a fancy Tide King costume. The kids at the orphanage made a costume for me, so it's all piecemeal and
So you look like-
adorable.
You look like Mimikyu. Aw.
Yes, I definitely, yeah. So it's the cutest hand foot.
Dress as Hamlet.
Dresses him.
Hamfoot is the second most popular costume, no matter what year.
Yeah, no matter what.
This is the worst all demons day. It's nothing but Tide Kings and ham feet.
Thank you for the
Thank you for the follow.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's gonna be like a piecemeal, terrible looking kids building of
Like a paper
costume.
crown.
Yeah,
Absolutely
there's like- yeah.
love it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Ruined the fight.
let's make this engagement roll to see how well we start off. So give me
All
a 3d6.
Do this.
What's that say? Oh, that's a 6. A 6, a 5, and a 4.
A 6. You're in a controlled position when the action starts. So Zant, why don't you bring us in? Who have you just beat in the pit?
It was the person Celine.
Yeah.
Beat
So
Celine?
No.
we unfortunately got paired up against Celine's guy in this tournament.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like 7'12", gigantic dude,
What?
right? And
He's
just-
a big steelworking union man.
Oh yeah, yeah. And he got to bring his hammer in, his
Oh.
his sledgehammer in, which isn't usually very cool. But Celine kind of pulled some strings.
Oh,
and
of course,
let him
it's her thing, and
Yeah.
people here want blood.
straight smoked him. He caught hands for real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I imagine you like caught the hammer and then you just subtly like shocked the crap out of him.
Nobody notices though.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Nobody
they
notices him
they
getting
still don't know
fried?
that I have light. They
How
still
did his heart stop?
Yeah. They still don't know I have storm powers. So yeah.
Okay. I think as that when that guy goes down. Oh yeah.
Did any of you guys bet on me? Cause Zant's not gonna bet, right?
Who bet on Zant?
Yeah, who bet on Zant?
I
Right.
had to.
You take an extra coin.
I
Yeah.
imagine Celine's like fucking pissed.
Later on, I'm like, Mortimer, fuck you, dude.
Two things happen. The first thing that happens is Celine like looks over to you and above this pit, which is like sand in the middle of the street with like barricades set up around it. The sand is like covered in blood. And Celine is there in a very like it's a very tight black dress, but it has very immense frilly white collar, and her head is just a giant red paper mache moon. With like a cutout for her face. which has like just incredible, bizarre makeup. And she has like extremely long red fingernails. She looks creepy as hell. But she like turns to you and she's like fanning herself. And she's like, I think she says like, well, it appears that your fighter was as good as you said. And I think maybe you have outstayed your welcome. I lost quite a bit of money on that, Miss Rains. And the second thing that happens is, Zant, as you kind of pick yourself up and calm down a little bit, as, sweaty, you've been fighting all night.
Steve brings like a towel.
Steve brings you a towel,
Steve.
and you see this place is like in a tent. It's like it's in a big erected tent that has an open top. So it's more like tarped off walls that kind of taper, and then there's a big open top. You can see up into the ember sun. And there's people all about at tables. One of the flaps opens, and you see a spirit warden sneak into the party.
I do, right?
You do.
Just me. Okay, cool.
So Steve has the obelisk in him, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we have the 6-step clock, the hunger for Steve. We have the 4-step clock, open the journal, for Zant. I'm adding an 8-step clock.
That can't be good.
The 8-step clock is get to Brightstone.
Oh.
Okay.
When that's full, you're out of here.
Okay.
What do you do?
I have an idea for the first one, but I'm gonna need Mortimer's help on this.
Of course.
Okay. So, like, I imagine that there's some sort of corner where I sit down and I wipe off and all that, because I'm sure the next fighter's coming out.
Oh, yeah, I like check you for
Yeah,
injuries
so
and
you're the
stuff
one
like
who's like
that.
checking me and all that stuff and everything too. I whisper over to Mortimer. Mortimer, do you see that guy over there?
I assume I see him.
He's a spirit ward.
One of the heretics, I assume.
He's easy to pick out because he's not. He's in Spirit Warden attire, and like to wear Spirit Warden costumes would be not good. Oh shit, y'all could have done that. That would have been fun.
We're done.
You're not dumb. I like this idea. This idea is
Next
great.
time.
Hey, thank you for the follow. Miranda. Hi, Miranda. So you see him, and he's like poking around, and at the same time, what you notice is there are crows beginning to perch on top of the tent, and they are the spirit crows. Where's Lady?
By my side.
Oh my god.
Lady
is she dressed
starts
up
to
as the
very
Titan?
quietly growl.
Is she dressed up as the Titan also?
Oh my gosh. No, she's Aquaman.
Lady is dressed up as 1980s twink Aquaman. Love it. Okay, so you notice the crows are there, and you can see the spirit warden like poking around, and they're being very discreet. They're not like pushing their way through the crowd. They're kind of moving around the edges, and you can tell like they are laser focused. They have not yet seen you.
Seems our time runs short, Zant. I suggest we end this fighting and get a move on.
That guy was gigantic on that last one. I don't know what else they're gonna throw at me at this point.
Can I see Katie getting talked to? I'm sorry, Vesna getting talked to?
Yeah, like this probably happens as that like you took down my best guy. And so I think maybe what she doesn't say is like, you've worn out your welcome. I think what she says is like, well, I was going to wait until later in the night, but now seems as good a time as any for a finale. And what she does is like claps her hands and says, oh, ladies and gentlemen, we have an especially fun guest this evening. One of a creation from one of my very good friends. A spectacular, wonderful spectacle. I'm sure you'll all agree. And she like claps her hands, and there is like the platform she is on that looks over the stage, like velvet ropes pull apart the curtains that drape it, and there is like a cage, like a portcullis that raises up, and like two dudes just straight up like, yeah, it's a big Rancor energy. They bring out a hull. A large-sized hull.
Oh no, those are gonna be as big as wagons.
Yeah, as big as wagons. And it like ducks and then stands up. And it is like oh, maybe it's not a hull. I like this idea better. It's not a hull.
Oh man.
It's like a big dude, but he has like spark craft stuff on him. He has like two mechanical arms that have like the spirit, like, you know, like the spirit bottles you use to capture ghosts, so you can like turn them into electroplasm to power stuff. Mm-hmm. He has like canisters of that on his arms, and he does like the fist cock thing, and they like,
oh my God.
where he reloads his arms.
yeah, he like reloads his arms, and they like and vent. He's got like armor bolted to his chest, and he just kind of like goes and like stalks forward. And Celine is like, what's a good like cool demon name for her to call this stuff? Oh, she's Behold, the Iron Duke. And
That is a cool name.
she holds up the little gong that signals the start of a fight and goes boing. And like at that point, with you paying attention to Lady growling, you can see the Spirit Warden and the crows start to gather. So everyone has noticed them at this point. You're all aware they're here. The next fight has started. What do you do?
So wait, the fight is between
Xant and this big dude who has like, he basically like has the same kind of arms as a hull would have, and he has like armor plating bolted into him. He's like a big like a big cyborg guy.
So we can tell that the arms are fully robotic.
Yeah, like
Okay.
he had robotic like prosthetic arms.
anchor arms.
He's got anchor arms.
Okay.
He's
He's
just
a
like
jerk.
And everybody loves him.
And so like I think we get a shot of like him just, and he just like slams his fist into the ground. Xant rolls out of the way, and we get like a look, and the fight has begun.
Oh my God.
Like, what were you gonna do?
Can I have passed Xant some drugs to use on this guy? While I was
I'm not gonna use drugs
on the
He
guy.
wouldn't use it.
Am I gonna get caught?
You're fighting a robot
It doesn't
man.
matter, yeah.
Oh,
You're a demon. He's a demon. We're all demons.
Is Celine cheating? Yes. Does Celine also make the rules? Yes.
so like,
You don't have to use him if you don't want to, but you can.
no,
probably-
I got this.
You're gonna die.
You're not gonna take him.
Nah,
Just,
I got this.
okay.
I feel like it'd be that scene where I'm like,
I'll give you like 2 vials and you just like.
yeah, and I'm like, no, it's against the rules.
Oh my goodness.
Um,
But you
what
use
would
your
the-
electricity powers.
What would the? Because that's a part of me, though, right? Like
These
what-
can
yeah.
be a part of you.
What? What would the
Mortimer's
children
taking
think,
drugs.
Mortimer? What would the children
Why are
think?
the children watching?
Nah, they're just gonna hear about it
They're
later.
definitely gonna hear about it. Tall Steve is gonna tell them.
Yo.
And then your orphan dad killed the robot man with drugs. It was cool as hell.
He put so many drugs in him. Is there a way that I can sense the ghosts that are stuck in this robot?
He doesn't have ghosts in him. He's
Okay.
using
I think you said
electro-
there were spirit jars.
So it's the same thing
Okay.
that you would trap ghosts in, but they're full of like electroplasm. So he's got that
okay.
in him, and like that's what's
Alright.
fueling the arms.
Okay. That's interesting.
I want to hunt down the spirit warden.
Okay.
Okay, you want to hunt down the
Good.
spirit warden.
And
So
get
what
some information.
are you doing to do? What's that look like? What role do you want to make here?
Prowl? Or
Prowl.
hunt. I guess hunt, but that's more.
No, hunt is like stalking someone.
Let's do that.
Okay. So you leave your seat and you go to stalk him as this fight is going on. This is controlled great. Like, honestly,
I imagine he's a
you
huge
all
distraction.
you started off in a controlled position because you got a 6. You're good. He's just kind of looking around. He's like, maybe they're here, but everyone's in costume. What the fuck do I know? So yeah, you're controlled great. Like, let's see how this goes. Give me the roll.
Alrighty. 5.
5. Okay. which a 5 is basically you do it, but there's a minor consequence, or because you're controlled, you can back out and try it a different way if you want.
Oh, 5's good.
Okay, 5's good. What's the minor consequence here? Oh, this takes time. I'm marking a tick on the hunger clock. That's the minor consequence. You sneak up behind him. What do? Do you pull him outside the tent? Do you pull him under a table underneath the like platform that Celine is on? How are you gonna question him?
I think I just pull him into the back alley.
Okay, you like
it's like a tarp, right?
yeah, this whole thing is like a tarp like set up in the middle of the street. And like you can pass around it. But yeah, maybe there's an alley at the back end and you just pull him into that. Sure. Okay, you do that. You pull him out, and again he wears they were like blue button-up coats, they have bronze masks. Their identities are all secret, is kind of the whole thing, because they're like weird, horrible executioner people. But yeah, you manage to pull him into the back alley. And you have like a knife to his throat or a gun or something cool. What goes on?
We'll say a gun. Just a gun to him.
Okay. And I think like you pull him into the back alley and he's like, whoa. You don't want to do that. This isn't a costume. I'm a spirit ward. You're going to be in a whole heap of trouble. Like clearly he doesn't, like you're in costume. He doesn't know who you are.
I'll just say like, you look like you're out of place here. Are you lost?
Oh, your friends can bribe the blue coats, but they can't bribe us. We work for the Emperor himself.
And what does the Emperor want?
Oh, the Emperor? Well, the Emperor's a man who wants a lot of things. Odd questions to be asking in your position.
I think I nudge him a little harder, like, get to the point, you know what I'm asking.
You live in this city long enough, you know what we do? We hunt fucking ghosts. And that's what I aim to do tonight. Now, you're the one with a gun to my throat. What do you want? This could end peacefully for you. I don't know who you are. You don't know who I am. We can walk our separate ways right now, but that is not a trigger you want to pull.
I want to ask him where the rest of his friends are. Like, are they stationed somewhere?
Because why are you so interested?
Does it matter?
We protect the likes of you from the evil spirits. He like thinks you're one of the elite rich people. Like that's where you are. Like he's like, to be clear, he doesn't know who you are, or what you're doing, or why, right? So if you want to know that information, you can ask him again and give me a check to get it.
Yeah.
Sure. So
yeah,
is this like I'm not going to ask again sort of thing?
Like it doesn't matter who I am. I'm asking a question. You should answer it.
Sure.
Is that?
What do you think it is?
That would be...
Because you players get to pick which action they want to use, and then we adjudicate the position. So yeah, you tell me.
Oh. I feel like it would be like a sway, but...
Sure.
Oh.
Sway, I mean, if you want to...
push yourself to get the dice in your favor.
If sway is what you think it is, I think... But alternatively, you're using force here. Command might be...
Either way, it's not.
Either way, it's not good, yeah.
Beth is not good at talking.
Oh, also, I forgot to ask, did we clear stress during downtime?
Everyone should have, yes.
Oh, okay.
That helps. So I was full. Okay, I'll push myself.
Spend 2 stress.
And that will just give me an extra die?
We'll give you, well, you're at
Or-
disadvantage right now, so you...
So currently you have 0 dice, which means you'll roll 2 and take the lesser. If you push yourself, you can either give yourself a die, or increase your position, or increase your effect. Currently your position is risky standard. Like this is a spirit warden. But you have a gun to his throat. So like, it's kind of on even ground here. This is risky standard. If you push yourself, you'll get 1 die.
And I still take the lesser? Or is it just...
No. If you don't push yourself, you're rolling 0 dice, which means 2 take the lesser.
Mhm.
If you do push yourself, you'll get 1 die.
Oh.
Unless you want to do 2 take the lesser and increase your position or effect.
I'll just do the 1 die.
Yeah, that's the smarter. It's a smarter choice.
Let's do it.
And this was 2 stress, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Perfect.
Oh, I'm so nervous. It's a 1.
Bad.
Oh,
Um,
that's bad. That's
Oh,
If
beat that
anybody in the
just
chat
away.
wants to help us out at the $10 tier, you can help us
Is it,
add to.
Is it too late for Steve to step out there?
I don't.
You weren't aiding beforehand, so
Yeah,
yes,
no.
it's not too late for Steve to step out now.
Okay.
But
It's
unless you want to resist it, the consequence is going to come to pass. And the consequence is he is going to. Spirit Wardens are highly, highly trained. He's going to knock the gun away and knee you.
Should resist it, I would think.
Yeah, I want to resist that.
Okay. What you can resist is the damage he's going to do,
Okay.
but you can't resist the fact that he's going to get out of your grip.
Okay.
So to resist, you're resisting with probably prowess here.
Okay.
So you roll all the pips in the leftmost column under prowess,
Okay.
which for you at home may not make sense. But
Okay.
if you look at a character sheet, it does. Trust
I
me.
have 3.
3, and then you're going to take 6 minus the highest result.
5. is the
5. So
highest.
1 stress. 1 stress, you don't take the knee to the gut thing, but he does manage to push you off of him, and he draws his blade, and he says, "You're gonna regret that." And he starts to come at you. This is when Steve exits the tent.
Yeah, because I think Steve would have seen
Mm-hmm.
Vesna go off with the Spirit Warden and maybe not have stepped out right away, but
They've been out there too long.
yeah,
Yeah.
a little too long.
So Steve steps out.
Yeah, Steve steps out and yeah, definitely kind of gets in between them.
Okay.
If that's what he sees.
Oh, he's just getting in between them. He's not like attacking the dude.
No.
Okay.
Because I think as much as Steve likes a little bit of trouble, this is definitely like we need to cool this off.
So I think he's got the blade and he sees you on one side and Vesna on the other, and he's like, 2 on 1. Well, you've even the odds.
Damn.
What a
Badass.
They are like they're legit like elite badasses.
I mean, I just want to like in the most menacing way just say run.
Oh, this is the first time we've heard Tall Steve
Oh,
Yes,
speak.
this is the first time you're hearing Tall Steve speak.
Does it sound horrifying? I know you said you wanted to give you a bonus to intimidate.
Yeah, that was kind of the goal of giving, but it's the kind of thing is that it's not like he can say a lot at once.
Sure,
It's just
gotcha.
like
I feel
one
like
or two
it's-
words.
I feel like it's like a bunch of reverb, like through like a really bad speaker.
Yeah.
Comic banter, I don't know that they're bad enough dudes. We're gonna find out. Give me a roll for that. That sounds like compel to me.
I mean,
You mean command?
command.
That's what I
yeah.
meant. Command. Compel is probably a different Forge
I
of
only have
Arcane.
one
Yes.
dot in command, but yeah.
But
You
this,
push-
but your voice box gives you potency.
Okay.
So this is risky for great.
Okay.
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good.
I'm gonna do the 2 stress for an extra die.
All right, another
Okay.
2 stress.
Oh, that's a 3. And a 1.
Oh, that's a 3.
We're not doing so good.
So somehow the robot voice cracks. It's like it's the first time I'm using it.
You say because it's not that when things go bad in this game. And this is the thing I really like about Blades of the Dark. You didn't fuck up.
Okay.
It's just stuff you couldn't have accounted for. Or maybe things didn't go exactly as you'd hoped. It's not, oh, I tripped and stumbled because I rolled a 1. It's what happens is he like shoulder checks Steve and realizes Steve isn't human. And then like turns and spins as he bounces off of you and cuts through a portion of your costume
Oh no.
and expose like a portion of your jacket like
Mortimer worked
falls down.
so hard on that costume.
And like it's obvious to people looking you're not a human now, you're a hull.
Yeah.
And he stops and goes, gotcha, and then he ducks and runs into the tent.
Shit.
Crap.
They know you're here. Oh, a spirit warden knows you're here. Let's cut back inside real quick
Oh.
and see what's going on as this big dude is slamming his fists in, trying to fight Zant. Zant, he's on the offensive. This isn't the boss where like you go, oh cool, I learned your moves. I'm gonna poke at you and no, this is a fucking Sekiro boss. He's coming at you hard. He is not
those
stopping.
berries in.
Like,
Okay.
in fact, what's happening right now as we cut back is you have just dodged a blow and like pick up and already a fist is descending on your head. What do you do?
I'm gonna push myself to do my new move, which is not to be trifled with.
Nice.
You can push yourself to do one of the following: perform a feat of physical force that verges on the superhuman, or engage a small gang on equal footing in close combat.
Yes.
I'm gonna be rolling my skirmish in order to just straight throw hands at this dude.
Yeah.
And what I want the superhuman feat to be is I want him to like throw like a big right hook,
Mm-hmm.
and I want to catch him right right in the crux of his arm, and just flip him all the way to the point where I'm assuming we're in like some sort of pit.
Yeah.
I flip him out of the pit.
Oh, you just like
Like into
flip
the
him and
audience?
hurl him into the crowd? Hell yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's do it. So
Alright.
skirmish works for that for
That'd be
me.
3 of them.
That is
I
go-
like
you're
these,
pushing
yeah.
yourself. But let me tell you, you're looking at. So when you push yourself, you also get an extra die, or you can increase your position or effect. So what I'll tell you is your position and effect right now is desperate standard.
So it could be desperate great.
It could be desperate great, or you could make it risky standard. Desperate's bad. If you fail, you're going to take a punch from this guy, is what I'm saying.
I'm gonna go desperate great and just
Desperate
roll my
great?
3 die.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I think
Here we go.
yeah,
This is it.
This feels good.
You're gonna knock this guy straight out. 2 6s. Let's go.
It's a 4.
4 on the desperate. It's not good.
Getting clocked.
You're getting clocked. I think the thing is you catch it, and you're even with not to be trifled with, like that blow would have caved in the chest of someone, right? You just catch it and like go back like 3 feet. And you're gonna take the I'm gonna give you the level 2 harm, unless you want to spend armor or try and resist it. You're gonna take the level 2 harm broken rib.
I am going to spend an armor for this.
Okay. You can spend 1 armor to negate it.
I'm doing that.
Depending on the Blades in the Dark game, sometimes armor can reduce a damage by 1 step or negate it entirely. I'm doing negate entirely. So you negate it entirely. Your ribs aren't broken, but it's revealed like there's a clank as his fist hits that, and you've got armor on. And then you woof, and he goes flying into the crowd. But you had great on this, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So here's what happens: is a big dude just went flying into the crowd. People scatter and run. Parts of they're running, stuff gets knocked over, they tear through the tent as this dude gets up and like has a tablecloth over his head and just swinging wildly, and parts of the tent start to collapse. You've bought yourself a little bit, well, quite a bit of a distraction. Mortimer, we haven't heard from you in a hot minute. Also, this might be the time to run. Like, this is the time to start working on that 6-step clock.
I'm gonna try to get Zant and try to get him out of here. I didn't see what happened with Vesna and
No, you didn't
Steve,
see them
right?
duck out.
So I'm gonna just try to grab Zant and say, we need to get moving now. This is our chance to get out of here.
I grab his hand so he pulls me out the pit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna just. Whoa, wait. Steve has the obelisk.
You gotta find Steve at some point.
So we're gonna try to find Steve and Vesna and get out of this.
I think that's totally fine. You can pull them out of the pit. There's no role required
Yeah.
there. Everyone's distracted enough, and maybe you just meet in the back alley.
Okay.
And you're like, okay, we're here. Like, we gotta go.
Yeah.
What's the plan to get from here to Brightstone?
Well, since we're in like that tent, what do we get to see outside? Like, are there stalls and a bunch of people partying in the streets?
Absolutely.
Okay.
It's both. That tent comes down, and the people outside almost don't care.
That's around.
There's like a dude who's got like a big clay jug, and he's doing like the Tennessee side sip and then like spitting flame, and he's also walking on stilts. There's guys like throwing axes at like watermelons painted to look with like paper mache faces on them, so it's like demon heads splattering when you hit them. There's all sorts of crazy food on display, which is weird because Duskwall has like there's no lights, they can't grow a lot, and there's no room, so they can't have a lot of livestock. So it's a lot of like jellied eels on a stick and like spiced fungus beer and stuff like that for like that's available to people.
Can it be that Steve's contact, Jenna, with an H, has told us like a couple of different, on our way, the different tents that we could stop in at that they wouldn't notice or mind?
Oh, yeah. But maybe it's that, and the reason they don't mind is like she's got a servant network. And she's like, look, at some point tonight, these people are going to come through. They may come through. If they do, you help them. And it's like a no questions asked sort of situation. Sure, yeah, you know which tent to go to.
Can I give my costume to Steve so he doesn't get caught?
Yes, but then you don't have one.
Nude.
Which means you don't have a disguise.
Oh, and they know us by face.
They do.
They did hire
Well,
us.
it was just I thought it was just the middle of the costume, but I guess, yeah.
You're a whole...
And he's in a light.
Yeah.
He's
I'm
going
like
light,
here,
so-
yeah. Okay, we'll try to find somebody to fix your costume on the way. Just maybe stay behind us, Steve?
Okay.
You got it, dude.
So as this party spills out of the tent into the streets, and we get like a lump moving around in the collapsing tent, and a sword cuts through the top of it, and the spirit warden pulls himself out and rips out his badge and is like, "Official spirit warden business, stop right," and like he's just lost. He's trying to find you and he can't, but the thing is they know you're here, and he blows his whistle, and 3 more spirit wardens like not materialize, but materialize, like come out of the crowd, like that they know that sound. They're here for a reason, and they begin to look for you. You can see them out of the alleyway. You have to get through this whole place without them catching you. What do you do?
We should head to the next, marked tent, right?
Sure.
I assume it's probably a good idea.
With the
Yeah.
H.
I think
Let's
so.
go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%. Yeah.
So it sounds like, what's the plan here? Someone want to create a distraction? Will you all run? Are you all running and sneaking together?
Probably run and sneak together while the distraction's still going on.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Take
Does
advantage
one
of that.
person roll for us if we sneak together?
No.
Oh,
If
no.
you want to make a group check, one person is the leader. Everyone rolls, and the leader takes stress for everyone who fails. Now, you all got a fancy new ability during downtime. Synchronized. When you make group checks, you can count sixes from multiple people towards a critical success.
Okay.
So if 2 people get a 6, that's a crit. As opposed to 1 person having to get 2 6s. The leader will still take penalties for everyone who fails.
I got 1 in Prowl. What about you guys?
Yeah, I got 2 in Prowl.
I have 2.
I think this is a
0?
Prowl.
Let's hope the best for Mortimer then.
Yep. And the thing here is, the leader is not necessarily the person who's best in Prowl. It's the person you want to risk taking stress.
I already have 3.
Yeah, I got 2.
Yeah. I'll do it then.
You'll
Just
do it?
as a reminder, if we hit $100, they clear all stress.
That would be so nice. I'm stressed.
I'm gonna take
How
1.
much do you have total? 9?
think I have 2.
Yes,
No,
I have 9.
I only have
9. Everyone has a total of 9 stress, so it's not an endless resource. Also,
Okay.
keep in mind, you have flashbacks available if you want to do flashbacks for stuff.
All right.
So we're rolling our stealth now?
Everyone's rolling Prowl.
There you go. You go first. Oh, jeez.
Oh, jeez.
No.
Lots of 3s over here.
Oh, jeez.
She wants the robot devil from Futurama to show up.
Oh, wait, who tipped that?
Thanks, Alex.
Alex!
In a
Oh,
good way
great.
or a bad way?
In a good or a bad way?
Yeah, Alex, if you can tell us in the chat if you want him to show up in a good or bad way, that'd be great.
I feel like Robot Devil is both. That's
It's
the
both.
point of the Robot
It's
Devil.
both. Thank you, Alex.
Well, we got
touching
3s
me.
over here.
3s, what'd you
I
get?
got 4.
A 4.
A 4.
A 4. So a 4 it is, and the leader suffers 2 stress.
That's all we
It's okay.
Which is, at that point, you go to the next booth. And the next booth is... What is the next booth?
Fortune teller.
Well, the
Is
Robot
it
Devil's
gambling?
devil
It's
there.
gambling or music, because it's the Robot Devil.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it's both. It has to be gambling and music.
It's both. There's like guys playing like tubas, and you stumble. This is the bad thing, because you stumble into the wrong booth. Or the person who you're supposed to meet isn't there or didn't get the memo. And the carnival barker, who is dressed like the Robot Devil from Futurama, says, "You step right up and spin the wheel." I can't do the voice. I'm not going to be able to do the voice.
That was pretty
That's
good.
pretty good.
That was pretty good, man. Keep going with that voice.
I will try. I
Yeah.
will try. I need to do like a Robot Devil line. What's a good Robot Devil line?
You can't just, what does he say? Have your actors say the way they feel? That makes me angry.
You can't just have your actors say the way they feel.
There
that
it
makes
is.
me angry. There it is. All right, I kind of got it. He says, "You there, step right up and spin the wheel." And you got the 3s, right? Yeah, he
Yeah.
points at Zant.
Dang it. I'm like, Okay. Is this part of the helping right now? Everybody shrugs.
No.
I just want to see Steve shrug.
He doesn't even give you a chance. He pulls you up.
He like put the cane around his neck and pulled
Yeah, puts the cane around the neck and pulls you up. So, spin the wheel.
Thanks for the follow, by the way, birds. Birds against Merkel. There
Birds
it is.
against Merkel.
Okay.
I mean, Merkel's fucked.
All right. Okay.
Can you roll
How do I spin the wheel?
roll the die?
Roll a
Yeah,
die.
roll a die.
Roll a die.
You like the other
No,
ones?
no. I don't like the other one. The
Oh,
other one's
what do you
a-
like?
And we'll call this.
Right,
This is a
something.
fortune die, which is basically just like how good or bad is the thing that happens.
That's a 6.
It's a 6. You spin the wheel and it goes. And it goes. Ooh, jackpot! Well, looks like we have a winner, folks. And like takes his cane and like whacks something, and a bag falls, and it's full of coins.
I'm immediately like, thank you, and then
And he goes, "Don't be afraid to spread the love," and kicks you back into the crowd, and people immediately start like descending upon you
Oh, to grab the money?
to grab the money,
No.
and you're like in a mob of people.
I immediately give it to Steve so he can store it inside of him.
Oh, no, I throw like a bunch of it so that people will go that way.
Nice.
Oh, nice!
Nice,
You created a
nice,
distraction.
nice.
Good,
Yeah.
good. I don't even think there's a roll there. You're giving up. I was going to give you more coin, but you're giving up for that. That's totally
I mean,
fine.
maybe I have like one.
You've-
one
you've,
remains in the bag.
Yeah, Steve doesn't understand money.
Steve doesn't understand. You have one, which is like not what in this like having one coin is not a single coin.
Yeah,
It's like a bag.
Yeah.
Because like 4 coin is I think the most you can hold on to at any time, and it's like people will absolutely cut your purse as you're walking down the street. Okay, cool. But you did manage to get a 4 total, right?
Yes.
So I am marking 2 on the get to Brightstone clock.
Damn it.
Oh, wow.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's good.
You're
That's
you're
good.
close. You're close. You're
Not
getting
all
there.
clocks are bad.
Not all
Not
clocks
all
are
clocks
bad.
are bad. All the clocks that you can donate to are
Are
bad.
bad by
Yeah,
by
pretty
design.
bad.
All the
Yeah.
clocks you donate to will fuck them up. Imagine this situation, but they're chased by dogs. How fun is that?
I love dogs.
Well, do you love dogs that want to
Maybe
kill
not
you?
these
Yeah.
ones.
They deserve to eat.
It's not their fault.
That's true.
They're doing their best.
Can I like look ahead to make sure we get to the right tent this time?
Yeah, that would be a survey.
Yeah, I'm gonna survey. I got
Give
one.
me a survey.
I'm like, I need to get to the right tent.
Can
Your current position is it's
we
your
just-
ally, so you kind of know where you're supposed to be going.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna say you've got
I just made that
you
distraction.
just made the distraction. Risky standard. What were you gonna say, Katie? We're
I was
gonna
gonna help.
8. Yeah, you can spend 1 stress to add a die,
Okay.
or you could do a setup action,
Or a devil's bargain. If you
or a
think of
devil's
one.
bargain. Oh, did someone say devil's bargain?
Yes! This dude just needs to come up all night. He just appears out of nowhere.
He's at
Well-
every tent.
I don't think I have a devil's bargain here. Players can offer devil's bargains if you want to, if you've got a fun idea. But if you just want to help, you can spend a stress to add a die. Or you can take a setup action, which is where you do your own thing to improve his position or effect.
But I can do it right now, right? It doesn't have to be a flashback. Did you say?
Or it could be a flashback.
I'll just help him by doing my own thing.
Okay, so what's the thing you're doing?
I want to climb one of the stilts people.
Climb the actual person?
Yeah.
Okay.
That definitely sounds like a personal thing.
I'm thinking probably prowl, desperate standard, and if you get up there, you'll be able to like kick them off and like point out the tents.
I don't know if I need to kick him off, but like a piggyback.
I don't think the person's gonna want that, so yeah, you gotta kick them off.
Okay, fine, that's fine.
You're climbing stilt men. This is amazing.
The spirit warden won't know it's me.
Yeah, whatever.
Oh,
2 5s.
nice, 2 5s. Like I said, desperate for standard. You can take the consequence or approach from a different angle. You're just gonna take it. What's the bad thing here?
The spirit warden sees.
It's the spirit warden.
Yeah, I think that is the bad thing. Is like you get up there and like, are you riding on the dude piggyback?
Yeah,
or do
I
you
just wanted to
you don't like
climb
kick
up-
him off?
No.
So you're up there and this guy's like, hey, what the hell? Like you can't be, he's all off balance, like swinging around. And like we get a shot of the spirit warden looking up and like blows the whistle and points at you. And so they see you. They're chasing again. They know they know kind of where you're at. But with Katie or with Vesna calling out, basically, like, what's the tell for where you had to go? Was it certain booth names? Was it like, oh, look for this stripe on the tent? Look for this
maybe
flag?
they have like a flag.
Yeah, like look for this flag.
They put it right out by the servants' entrance of the
So
tent.
Vesna's able to like call out. Oh, there's the one with the blue striped flag.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, that gives you a bonus.
And it's not just the blue stripe, but maybe like you see a person. It's so because this tent was hypothetically we got there and the person wasn't there.
Yeah, like
So
this person was like they're holding it or something.
Yeah.
You know, whatever. There's like there's a tell. So yeah, give me that roll.
Okay,
You
so
get to.
2.
This will increase your position.
Yeah.
So your position is now controlled standard.
Sounds good to me. That's a 6.
Thank goodness.
That is a 6. Nice. You do it. Boom. I am marking 3 segments
Good.
on the get to Brightstone clock.
Oh, boy.
Oh my God.
There are 3 to go. You push your way through the crowd. What's this tent?
This is a food tent.
It's a food tent. What's the food?
It's got to be what was the mushroom ale or something you
Mhm.
said? Yeah,
Fungus ale.
Steve
I'm out of
can't
fungus
eat,
ale.
but misses mushroom ale so
Oh,
much.
So sorry, Steve.
But also
So-
can't smell it. I don't think so. I don't know. Do ghosts smell things? What's going on here?
I don't know. Maybe.
Hmm.
Maybe in the body you can like it's like remembering a smell. You can't actually smell it, but you can remember the smell.
And it probably smelled bad.
And you enter
In the way that you like, though.
this booth. All of you duck in, and it's like a beer hall. And they're pouring off mugs and mugs of fungus.
They're doing
ale.
the Ren Fair thing where you have to come up to the line and they pour it in your mouth.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Mhm.
And as you kind of bumble through, you turn and one of you bumps into someone.
A servant or
No, which one of you bumps into a person?
That sounds like a Mortimer.
I want to
thing.
bump into someone.
Oh,
All
yeah,
right.
Mortimer. That's a
Mortimer
thing.
bumps into someone, and this person never saw Mortimer. But they turn around and they go, "Hey, watch where you're going!" And it's Bartleby.
Oh my
And Bartleby's there with a big mug, and he goes, I'm just kidding, pal. I'm just kidding. You look. That costume looks a little familiar. It's real popular this time of year.
It certainly is, my friend.
Oh, you got a voice on you.
You're the only dude that has that voice in this whole city.
What accent is that? Where are you from?
I am a local, of course.
Whoa, you are? Oh, you highfalutins talk up in Bright Crown? Is that really how you speak?
Of course, my friend.
Yeah, we're not friends, buddy.
Well, of course, buddy.
We're not buddies, friend.
How's the fungus ale?
Oh,
Good.
oh, I got something.
Wouldn't be here if it wasn't, but it's good. Anyway, who bumped into me, man? It's all right. It's all right. You enjoying All Demons Night?
Of course, of course.
Ah, good,
Do be careful. There's a bit of those spirit wardens about. Wouldn't want them.
Well, Spirit Wardens are good guys. They helped me out with a problem recently. I mean, yeah, they burned down the fucking dock, but no, they didn't. That didn't happen, right? No, we didn't get that one.
we never
Yeah,
did get that.
they blew up a boat, but it's fine. It's fine. He blew
Not
up that boat.
all of them
He
are good,
absolutely
my
blew up
friend.
that boat. I don't believe, the Immortal Emperor, he protects us and all that from the ghosts and the shit outside the lightning walls. So they gotta be good if he's appointed them. What were you? Okay, this conversation just keeps going.
I'm gonna take the last coin from Steve.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna kind of stumble up drunkenly and be like, "Oh, hey, I heard Spirit Wardens were real good to you. They're so good to me too. If you see a bunch of Spirit Wardens, keep them around here. Buy drinks for them."
Give me a roll here.
A sway.
Sway sounds good. Bartleby's a little bit drunk. The question here is whether or not Bartleby's going to recognize you, and that might be what the bad thing is.
Well, no,
I think
I still got my costume.
You still got your. It's not the best costume.
it's not the best costume. That's true. Yeah. So I think this is risky standard.
Okay.
So and we'll see. It's risky standard.
I want to push myself so I can get another die.
Okay.
Wait a minute. How can
F in the chat for Steve. I just saw that.
How can I use a flashback in order to help me out here?
How can you use a flashback in order to help you out here? So flashbacks are you set something up beforehand. If you want to go to the bartender and not Bartleby and be like, hey, add this to the tab I set up earlier.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay. Like, you already bought Spirit Wardens a bunch of drinks.
And to make sure that guy's hammered, and I point over to Bartleby.
Yeah, okay. That costs 1 stress, and you don't have to make a roll. You had opportunity to do that, to come here and set up that tab, but it will cost you 1 coin.
Yeah, so I use the extra coin that I won from the jackpot.
No, that's
a literal.
That's like a literal coin. This will cost you 1 resource coin.
Oh, I only have 1.
I gotta get one.
We started with 0.
I thought we got one from doing the thing.
Yeah.
You start with 0. Everybody got 1, and the crew got 2. If you want to spend the crew
technically,
coin,
you get my coin because holes don't really get coin.
That's when it go to your dad?
One of my dads will get my coin.
We are both of his dads.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay.
That's the whole.
my
literally-
ghost robot
literally-
has 2 daddies.
I'm gonna use my coin.
Look, there's gonna be a lot more difficult things to explain to your kid than 2 dads. For one, the other child's a ghost robot.
Okay.
Steve does want a brother, by the way, Mortimer. Please.
You have so many brothers and sisters at the orphanage.
Please murder someone and put them in a body for me.
You already picked out a child at
They
the
could just be
orphanage.
dead already. Yes, I did.
Oh, she seems cool. Like,
I want a brother. You have a lot of brothers. Not like this.
I want a forever brother.
Forever. Tommy already wants to be my forever brother. Tommy's 4. He doesn't know what that means.
Lord.
I'm gonna use my coin in order to set this up as my flashback.
You just spend 1 stress, and the coin. You're good. They will do it.
Okay.
It's the bartender at this point who I'm gonna call Jacoby.
Jacoby.
Yeah, Jacoby Glight, who's like a big kind of bearded dude. He's got a lot of tattoos on, but he's like rail thin. And he's like the mushroom brewer for this thing. He's probably a Scotlander. And you put that coin up, and he looks at you, and he's like, "Oh, it's you." And there's like a knowing glance, and we get the flashback of you like meeting him at the tent.
The chat wanted the bartender to be the devil robot.
Right. He turns around and he goes, "Well,"
It's like,
"Oh, it's you."
oh, let me get my manager, and it's the dude.
"Oh, it's you. Yes, our deal still stands."
That was good. I like
Great.
that. That was really good.
Thank you so much.
I'm trying. It's not a voice I do that
It's a
often.
great.
I'm trying.
You're great,
Yeah,
sweetie.
that's
So yeah,
Somewhere out there, Maurice LaMarche is like, "Fuck that guy."
So I toss him the coin. I'm like, just try to keep it in here as long as possible.
You got it.
All right.
Yes, we know. What I'm going to do at this point is I am going to start a clock
Oh, no.
for it's going to have to be much smaller. It's a 4-step clock. And I'm going to call it Warden's
Our hand.
Catch Up. And it's completely full. When it empties, they will catch you.
Okay.
Reverse clock.
It's a reverse clock.
Clockwise.
I'm in your head now.
Wow.
It's an
I love it.
anti-clockwise clock.
Anti-clockwise.
We don't even
It's a
know what.
Widdershins clock.
I hope
Counterclock.
Steven's out there to hear that.
The voices are a big hit for the chat now.
Well, I can do 2. I have a lot more, actually. I don't have control over them sometimes.
Now is I don't. Steve just looks at Mortimer and is like, "Poison Warden drink." And the eyebrows.
Oh,
Through the mask, the eyebrows are totally visible. It's
Oh
like,
my god!
Just like
yes.
big clunky in the felt.
I nod eagerly.
Yes.
Evil.
So like while I'm giving the coin, do you like run up and be like, put this in? Do the voice.
No, I was just gonna put it in the. There's like a keg ice in this.
Yeah, there's a keg.
Oh,
But,
I'm just
okay.
gonna spike the keg.
Oh boy,
What poison are you using? Because it'll affect everyone
Just the
here.
question.
I was gonna do like a trance powder.
Look how Papa Mortimer is just making you feel better about not being able to drink the mushroom beer.
No one.
Yes,
can
my
drink.
son, I will poison it for you.
It's Papa.
Good thinking, boy. I appreciate where your thoughts are.
It's Papa Mortimer and Daddy's aunt. So
All right.
that's gonna be
So trance powder.
Zaddy's
You're gonna
You don't wanna get that mixed
dump
up
some
with
trance
those
powder
zaddies.
into that
Zaddy's
keg.
aunt.
Yeah.
All right. You need to do this without the robot devil bartender noticing.
Do I really?
Yeah, you do.
He's the devil, man. Let's see.
He is
He's
the
what? He's a
devil.
business owner?
Pay him off.
Of course you can pay him off.
I'm just gonna try to tinker with it. If he catches me, then I'll pay him off. How does that sound?
That sounds good to me.
Yeah, that sounds good, man. That sounds good.
Oh my
Can I roll
goodness.
That's the way to live.
Is this
Yeah.
Tinker? Because this is more about not being seen.
There's a feat I could have taken.
I think you can use Tinker, but your position is not going to be as good as if you
Okay.
use something like Prowl.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say is you're going to be in Desperate. Because you're trying to fuck with it as subtly as possible, but you're still not being stealthy about
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
So you're Desperate for Standard.
Okay, I'm gonna push myself for a better position.
That'll bring you up to Risky Standard. The old Risky Standard.
Stand by right there.
It's a standby. It's all moves or positions are baseline.
How many dice are you rolling?
A 2.
Ooh, come on, double sixes. Let's do this.
Okay.
Harden the paint.
One went flying.
What's my other one?
A one. Oh, buddy.
Oh, sweet baby Jesus.
Yay!
It's a 6.
There we go.
It is a 6.
I'm gonna find
You
you
managed to
die.
do it.
Okay.
Also,
You
it's by your
you
feet.
get it in. You sneak back there, and you. I'm not gonna actually use the technical terms. People will laugh at them.
Bulkhead.
No.
Keg terms and all that.
The keg terms. In case any of you are not familiar, a bung hole is a hole on a keg that a bung goes in.
TP for my bunghole.
Classic.
I think Mortimer might have put it in the wrong place.
Mortimer puts the trance powder in the bung hole of the keg. I see. It's funny, but
New
it's the
buzzword.
actual terminology. You put the bung hole in the
I give it a
hogshead.
sniff too.
You sniff the bung hole before you.
No, the bung.
The bung. You sniff the bung.
Yeah.
Don't ever sniff a bung. It's awful.
Is it really?
Yes.
Don't yuck anybody's yum at
I
this
imagine it
point.
smells like a beer, no?
Oh God.
Some people love sniffing the bung at this point.
We have a friend who has a keg, and he always offers, "Hey,
Oh,
sniff,
that's
sniff
right,
my
that's
bung
right.
hole,"
Oh, he
and it's
does
the most
that.
heinous
That's
smelling
right,
thing
it
ever.
is.
Yeah, I'm just
It smells so bad, like dead
Sometimes-
yeast. It's sour. It's awful.
Can I take a
Sometimes
sample of
people
the
like
booze
this
on
stuff.
here?
Yeah, you can take a sample
Okay.
of the. It's
I
it's
wanna
fungusy
be-
mushroom beer. It's real good.
I want to be very clear to the chat that if you like sniffing bungholes, we're not shaming you here tonight.
Thank you.
In your context, it's the wrong definition.
They don't know.
But I just explained it.
All right.
Anyways, you manage to sip the beer. You get that in there. What I'm going to do. How do I want to? What time are we at? Still got some time to play with. What's a good thing to fill here?
Maybe
This gives you a head start. I'm marking another segment on the Get to Brightstone clock.
Yay.
Right. Steve, you want to lead the way to the next tent?
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, he guesses.
You're the one who knows the markers.
You are the one who knows the markers.
All right.
So
I thought we all knew what the markers look like, but
at this point, I think
Yeah.
you do. You do.
because
know what
Vesna
the
went up
markers
and
look
saw a
like.
marker. We're all
You're moving your way towards the next tent. When now, you're not in the rich people area anymore. You're beyond that.
Oh, no, we're on this side of the train tracks.
And now, there's blue coat patrols out and about. They got their dogs on leashes. They're sniffing the ground. And in order to get to the next tent, you need to pass through. The sort of area in front of you is a big pit, like the one you saw before, that Zant was fighting in. But these are actual, like, mock play combats. In fact, there's a story being told. There's a narrator. This is like a play stage. People are watching. Drinking and still raucous as all hell. But you manage to gather that there is some sort of story about a demoness who this is the story of the demoness who broke the gates to the afterlife. And it is a big, tall, like, woman wearing a black mask with big horns, and she has like a
big tall woman.
do you know what
Sin,
Calm down.
please.
people make, like, what are they, like, it's like a stick, and it has like it's like wooden blocks that kind of emulate a rattlesnake tail. I don't know if you've ever seen one of those. It's a weird pole.
Sounds familiar, but,
But like you shake it and it like makes noise. It makes noise like a rat. So like that is just like she has a belt on, and that's like hanging off the back of it like a big demon tail. So as she moves and dances and fights, it's all like clackety clackety
That's
clackety
awesome.
clack. And she has like claws on. That also do like a lot of she has like castanets. Like this is full on like a production, unlike the other one, which is literally just rich people getting off on poor people fighting. This is like a theater troupe putting on a production, and she's like dancing around and pirouetting and fighting a bunch of people, and you kind of get to this space and need to move through it, and the blue coats are nearby, and their dogs are sniffing, and one of their dogs is like and picks something up, and I'll get to you in just a second, because everyone roll a fortune die for me. Roll a d6.
2.
Whoa!
hey, a 6.
I got a 2.
I got a 6.
2 6s, 2 2s.
Okay, Vesna and Zant, you're pushed up against the barrier, and the crowd is like cheering and jeering as the woman like spins around and whips someone with her tail, and they like pratfall, and you topple over the barrier into the ring, and you're now in the show.
Vesna, I think this is the play that we used to put on when we were kids.
Oh, we doing a flashback?
Oh, cute.
Are we doing a flashback to when you were kids?
I
Who
like
wants-
that.
Who wants to spend the stress to flashback it?
Oh, I'll do it for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's, you have ample opportunity. You just said this is the play we did when we were kids. A single stress, and what that will get you is if you want to perform to join the play to get the heat off of you, you know it. You will have increased position here. You'll be in control.
So what do you want to do in the play? Just like as Katie, what do you want to do in the play?
I don't know. I imagine we just go into it and whatever
Okay. So I want to dance with the tall lady.
specifically.
And no one was surprised.
Shocked Pikachu.
Shocked Pikachu.
Well, let's see.
Could you
I
like?
wanna-
It's not just me, DJ.
That's fair.
Alex is laughing somewhere.
I know.
Both Alexes are laughing.
Both Alexes
somewhere.
are laughing somewhere.
Keep it in your pants, Vance.
So I'm gonna dance with the tall lady. What are you gonna do?
What can I do?
You tell me you know the play. I don't. Like, we're legit, we're improving. Thank you for the follow, Metagus322.
You're dancing with the snake.
Metagus. Is it Metagus or Metagus?
Metagus, Metagus.
It's
I don't
the story of the demoness who
Uh-huh.
broke the door
Mhm.
or broke the.
She broke the gates to the afterlife. She actually like has a name in.
Deep lore.
Nah, you can make up.
Oh no, she's on your ally list.
Well, I have Nyrix, who's the possessor.
No,
the
keep
possessor
going.
ghost. Skurlock, Satara.
Satara. Satara
Okay.
is the demoness who I believe in the context of the game world, she is the.
So she's canonically that.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think. Yeah, you're right.
She
Oh, cool,
I
yeah.
believe she canonically fucked up the world. And she's still like active in the city, which is rad as hell. This is a good game. This is a really good game.
I'm gonna dance with Satara.
Oh, hey, thank you for the raid, TPK roleplay.
Yay! How we
Hey,
doing?
everybody, thank you for joining. We are playing Blades in the Dark by John Harper. You can fuck up our wonderful troupe of bravos by donating, as you can see above. $10 will get any of these fine scoundrels a +2 or a -2 to their next dice roll. For $15, you can advance or rewind one of the horrible clocks that will make misfortune befall them.
Messes up with the clocks.
Mess them up with the clocks. We love to see it. And for $25, you can drop in a character of your choice to either help or hinder them. Currently, the robot devil from Futurama has been appearing in multiple instances, which gives me a very fun opportunity to try out my voice. But thank you for rating as we continue this incredibly wonderful, spooky game.
Anyway, so I wanted to use my new move, the Devil's Footsteps.
Oh, fuck yes! Oh, this rules. This is a good game. We got some good players. All right, please read the Devil's Footsteps, or is the robot Devil's Footsteps?
Just the Devils.
Just the Devils? Well, fine. Well, fine.
There it is.
I can't do it.
No, you had it.
I need to get it.
You had it.
Now I'm gonna go home and like watch a bunch of Futurama and like
That's-
make that another voice I can do.
That's good.
I've watched it like every fucking night since I was 12.
When you push yourself, choose one of the following additional benefits. Perform a feat of athletics that verges on the superhuman. Maneuver to confuse your enemies so they mistakenly attack each other.
Oh, are you gonna do that?
Yes.
Do the blue coats notice you and jump into the ring, and you make the fighters hit them?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's rad as shit. It's a good fucking game. Awesome. So yeah, that sounds like you spend stress to do that, which means you're pushing yourself.
So 2, right?
So 2. And this is
Ooh, it's dangerous for me.
that sounds like a prowl to me.
Yeah, that sounds like
Yeah.
that sounds
So
good.
since you're pushing yourself, you can either get an extra die or increased position or increased effect. I think here currently you've already established through the flashback you've done this
We
play.
know it.
You're controlled here. I'd say if you want to make the blue coats jump in and fight each other, that means they're like actually fighting. That probably drops you down from controlled to risky, because like they've got actual weapons and are willing to cause harm, whereas this is normally a mock play. So if you want to use your push yourself to bump that back up to controlled, great. Or you can get the extra die. It's up to you.
I'll bump myself up to control.
Yeah, controlled, great. You're just absolutely... please give me this description. I'm living for it.
Well, Vesna knows this play very well because it was one of her favorite things when she was a child. Zant and her would go with the orphans to watch it every year. So.
Vesna was much more talented than Zant at this point.
Zant wants to dance with the lead dancer
Yeah.
of the
Because
play.
Zant has never been the lead. Vesna has, but Zant has never been.
I imagine you're just obsessed with the tall lady.
Oh yeah.
So
Steven Universe's giant woman is playing in the background for me. Yeah,
Again, both
so-
Alexes are laughing somewhere.
but Vesna knows the ins and outs of like each position. So.
Oh yeah, she's incredibly talented.
Come back. 4.
2 4s, yeah.
Okay.
So as we get this sort of like battle dance of you literally using the dancers to fight against the blue coats, they're like getting knocked out, like it's not like cut or shot or stab, like they're getting clubbed over the head. It's very slapsticky. This is, you know what this is? This is straight out of a Jackie Chan film.
Oh,
Like,
I like that.
It's slapsticky and that like you're
It's called peking opera.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah?
The
Is that a
style
thing?
Yeah. So the style of fighting that you're talking about, where you use other items in order to help in a comedic fashion while also having a fight, is called peking opera.
also known as exotic
awesome.
weapon proficiency ladder.
I mean, it's the kind of thing where you get the jacket and you're like roping someone.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
oh, that's the transporter.
Of course. Yeah.
It's an exotic weapon proficiency suit. Okay, so you're positioning all of these blue coats to just get their asses handed to them in a very comical way, and people are drunk. They think it's just part of the show. They're laughing their asses off. They're like, this is fantastic.
And I
This
feel-
is so funny.
I feel like this is like a Cinderella type, where you're like, oh, I know the story, but oh my gosh, they're adding so much.
They're
to
adding
it
so much
right
to
now.
it. Yeah, it's like, oh, I've seen this play dozens of times. I've never seen it done like this.
this is the best one we've seen.
And someone's like, no, they represent the Emperor's army who came in to help out, but got fucked over. And it's like, that can't be it. The Emperor wasn't even immortal then. It's like 2 old dudes just,
It's just,
They're in the
it's just
balcony.
it's the fucking, it's
the Muppets. That's
oh,
what it
it's Statler and Waldorf.
Yeah,
I
Statler
was
and
I was thinking Antonio Carlos and Joe Beam from Cowboy Bebop.
Oh yeah, okay.
What do you mean? You weren't even there.
You were busy working with me or something like that. Yeah.
with these two guys like spilling their beer all over the sand, commenting on it as you literally dance around and fuck these people up. And so these blue coats are not a threat anymore. But I don't think you've made much more progress. And I want to zoom in on you. I think she like spins around and almost whips you with her tail, and you like jump it. And she's like, "Who are you? You're not part of this dance." But like at the same time grabs your hand and spins you around. And like she's full on like she's what you are. Taikarosi.
Yeah,
she's part demon.
Gotcha.
You realize when you get close, the horns on her head are real.
Awesome.
That's not part of her mask. They actually punch through it and spiral out. And then she like sees your blue veins that are like crackling with electricity and pulls you back in. And she says, "You know the dance well."
My lady, I am no one of consequence. I can only say thank you for helping me in my endeavor.
I wish I could say the same, but you're ruining my show. And she spins you out and lets you fall into the dust.
Cute.
Oh, dude, I resist.
And then,
I will spend whatever armor it takes to flirt with this tall woman.
How do I mark horny?
A horny clack.
Okay, no, if that's the way you want to go, we don't.
Nobody
sure.
clip this. My wife watches this.
No, if someone clip this, his wife watches it.
She knows this about you.
The lead he dances with is the robot. Now, I wish, but I had the opportunity to play a tall woman and I took it.
Oh, Lauren, you're so on brand.
Somewhere Alice is laughing. Okay, fine. You want to stay in the dance?
Oh, 100%
you stay.
I resist.
She throws you out and you come right back.
Mm-hmm.
You don't even have to resist because that's not like a roll. I'm not going to spend stress for that. And she says, "You know the moves really well."
Well,
I'm like, what?
I know.
You hear the old humpback saccade.
What a pull! It's like me.
I know. I did it for you.
I get that.
Well, such a lovely being makes my job so much easier.
What is happening around us? Why are you ruining my performance?
Oh, well, first and foremost, and as I point out to the crowd as I dip her, nobody.
That's not supposed to happen. No! The prince doesn't dip the demon queen. They're taking too many liberties. And the guy throws his beer and leaves.
Everybody is having fun in this audience right now.
Your friend is beating up cops with my dancers.
Well, technically, your dancers are beating up cops with my friends.
You can't even keep your words straight.
I can't even. She is so beautiful. She's so beautiful, you guys. She's so beautiful.
She says, "The act is about to end, and for some reason I have a feeling you need to run. Don't worry. We'll make it look good." And then she spins you away and whips someone. Okay.
Before she spins me away, if you're ever around the orphanage sometime, please make sure to look me up. And then she spins me away.
She spins in the background.
She spins you away and like whips a blue coat with her cool tail thing.
Oh, she's so dope. I love her dearly. And can I do the Prince Charming like Cinderella? Like, wait, I didn't get your name.
You can
Oh
add
my gosh.
Zavosa, ZHAVOSA, the diva, to your contacts list. That may never come up, but you know, you got a thing.
He's gonna go home and write some fan fiction.
Oh, 100% Zavosa is coming up.
Thank you for following Grandmaster Vu. We appreciate you. Weird time to follow. If you like the horny, I guess we can do that more.
Lean into it.
Lean into it. Lean into it. They like it.
That's what's in the journal.
Oh, is the journal? Is the journal just teaching me?
You haven't even opened it. You haven't even tried.
I suck so bad. I'm sorry.
No, it's
guys.
fine.
Honestly, it's either open the journal or flirt with a tall woman.
Animated Alex in the chat. That's what's in the journal. Giant woman fanfic.
How dare you guys yuck my yum in this chat?
Look, it's my yum too. I'm on board. It's kind of weird when you say it that way.
Oh boy.
Moving on.
Moving on. What are you two doing on the sidelines?
Oh, definitely. While this distraction is going on, Steve is hustling.
Yeah, Steve's hustling.
I imagine, if the crowd is too great, he begins to spider climb just to get faster across the crowd.
Your,
I assume there's a
spider climb is
wall or
hooks. Are you
tarp.
hooking into
Yeah,
people's
is there
heads?
no? Is there a tarp or something? I thought we were like.
So
there were
this
tents
place
and
is a
stuff.
bunch of old, dilapidated buildings.
Oh, there we go.
So like, essentially, this place used to be a bunch of rich homes, but got dilapidated. There's a really great. Thank you, Laggin' Wagon. Welcome back, Laggin' Wagon. Hey, Laggin' Wagon. Thank you so much. So plus
we have
2 to
points over here.
JPG sex roll.
And
Grab
just
a
to let you
gold.
guys, just to show you guys as well too, we give each other gold and silver coins. Gold is for +2, and then silver is going to be for -2 as well. Laggin, always wonderful to have you in the chat.
So, this place used to be like a rich district. So there's a lot of mansions, but the mansions have kind of like fallen into disrepair. And there's a very great deep fucking pull. There's an episode of like Anthony Bourdain's Parts Unknown where he talks about like this British mall that was essentially built in, I think, the Philippines, somewhere in Southeast Asia. During it was a French mall during the that's what it was. It was a French mall built during the French colonization of Vietnam. And like after they pulled out, like this giant mall just got turned into apartment buildings. And so like what this place is a bunch of people like living in mansions, like 5 to 6 families, right? Like living in. We're talking like over the garden wall Quincy Endicott mansions that are so fucking big you don't know where one begins and the other ends. And so like it's this, you're in these streets, but the outer areas are very much like buildings that just kind of roil and spill into each other that people have turned into their own like labyrinthine communities and homes. A lot of which are dilapidated. Like some people are like, oh no, you don't go on the second floor of that house because like we're not carpenters. And you're gonna fall through it. It's like if you want to climb on the outside of those or up onto the roofs where there's like gangways and gangplanks and catwalks and I'm using
Gangs.
There's gangs up there. Well, if you fill the 8-step clock, there's gangs up there.
Definitely gangs.
There's definitely gangs up there. You can start climbing on those if you like.
I just imagine if the crowd is so dense, Steve will just go all the way to the back wall and just go up it and across.
Okay, cool.
If that's easier.
Now that'll help Steve get through.
Yeah.
But that's not gonna get you any progress on the get to Brightstone clock.
Yeah.
But it may allow Steve to call shots, or what's your goal? What's your?
I'm just
your-
trying to
what do
get
you want?
into a better position for when
Oh
these
hey,
two.
welcome Jessica.
Nerdy.
Jessica Nerdy? Jessica Nerdy?
Jessica Nerdy.
I gotta pronounce everything wrong. Welcome, Jessica Nerdy.
Thank you so much.
We are playing Blades in the Dark by John Harper. It is a spooky game of, in this case, a crew of ghost fighters making their way through a party to go deliver a haunted obelisk. If you want to fuck with these fine folks and make their night even worse, you can donate $10. You can add +1 or +2 or -2 to anyone's roll.
Thank
For
you, Lagan.
$15, you are able to mark one of these fun clocks up above me, above us. When the 4-step clock is filled, a bunch of hounds will be released to trace our players through the streets. When the 6-step clock is filled, a bunch of ghosts will arrive to try and steal their treasure. And when the 8-step clock is filled, a rival gang will appear and will immediately steal their treasure and they will have to get it back. For $25, you can add a character in. So far, the current character is Futurama's Robot Devil, who has been appearing as a carnival barker and a bartender and a lot of other things.
They've had a lot of time.
Look, it's a voice I like trying to do. It's fun. Anyways, long and short of it is we're trying to make our way through a giant, horrible, sprawling, evil, rich person, poor person, fuckery party
All Demons
about
Day.
demons. It's all Demons Day. It's all Demons Day. It's Halloween in the street. What are you doing, Steve?
Yeah. Well, okay, so we ended up at this area because we're trying to get through. So Steve's just trying to get to the
Right.
other side of the pit.
Okay.
Where the action's
Steve's trying to
going
get to
on.
the other side of the
So
pit.
that way, as soon as Zant and Vesna get out of the pit, we can just keep going.
Okay.
But obviously, there's some, obviously, I'm worried about the costume issue at this point.
Yeah, you certainly
We got a
are.
lot going on here.
I'm gonna need a roll for you to climb up to the top of those buildings. Now, granted, you have the spider climb,
Yeah.
so that should be pretty easy for you.
Okay.
But these buildings are old and dilapidated. That's the only reason you're gonna have to make a roll here. It's risky standard.
And prowl.
Prowl,
Yeah.
Prowl feels right. Prowl feels right.
I don't get a bonus. Oh, a risky standard because of the spider climb.
Well, if these buildings weren't dilapidated, there probably wouldn't even be a roll
Okay.
because you have spider climb.
Okay.
There is a roll because you don't know if you're gonna like grab onto a window and the whole fucking like thing is just gonna corrode away.
That's true. Okay. Oh no, what does that say?
That's a 3.
That's a 3.
That's
Nice.
a 3.
Yeah, I grabbed that
Do the
too.
$10 go towards the Laggin' Wagon? The DM does not roll. I do not roll in this, so no. You can only give.
Huh?
Oh,
Loren's complicated clock.
advance Loren's complicated clock. We're getting
Oh, there
closer
we
to
go.
a ghost storm. Okay, so 5 more of those, and a ghost storm will happen. Steve, as you're climbing, the obelisk inside of you begins to thrum.
Oh. Is that a heartbeat?
And yes, because as you the bad thing that happens here, you got a 3, right?
Yeah.
You put your hand on a windowsill and it collapses inwards and you fall in. And there on this floor is the faint sound of piano music.
That's
And
like the spookiest of instruments.
Yeah.
Well, it's one tier down from organ.
Oh, that thing you said
yeah,
earlier?
you're right.
The hurdy-gurdy.
The hurdy-gurdies are not
It's
spooky.
not spooky.
You're just like, oh, this is a fun, jaunty thing that's happening.
They're more
Just a ghost
menacing.
like,
Come on.
hey, how's it going? You can't see me. I'm cranking a hurdy-gurdy. I'm not used to the camera position.
Hand
So-
for hurdy-gurdy.
You fall in, and there's the sound of piano music playing. It's soft. It is haunting, and you can see at the far end of what you've fallen into is a ballroom.
Okay.
And at the far end is a ghost sitting at a piano, playing music.
Is it a tall ghost?
Oh,
Oh my god, you're not even here.
It's the robot devil.
he's like,
No, it is a woman. You cannot see what she looks like from here, though you can see her dress is fraying and flaking off. It's literally flaking off into the air and dissipating and then reappearing on her and flaking off again. You notice this entire room has been burned. JPG.
May I spend a stress in order to have a flashback for this?
Pitch me it.
I give a spirit bottle to Steve.
Oh.
You don't really need to spend a stress for that. You
Oh.
can just mark the spirit bottle on your gear.
Cool.
Mark
Okay.
that you mark that you brought it with you, and Steve can have it
Yeah.
if that's what you want to do.
I'm gonna mark it to give the
Okay.
the spirit bottle to Steve.
I don't know if I fully understand how a spirit bottle works.
You can capture ghosts with
Yeah,
it.
you can capture.
Oh,
ghosts.
great. Okay. Then that's totally what I'm going to do because that would be.
Oh, look, an opportunity!
We are ghost catchers.
You are
Well, I
going.
do- and
It's
I
true.
do
You're
have-
ghost catchers.
I have an ability that I have electroplasmic projectors, which I can trap a spirit with.
Yeah, that costs you what? 2 stress to do that? You push yourself.
It's 1 drain per level of magnitude. So if you want to say
she,
it's 2
she is a
magnitude,
1 magnitude ghost.
There
If you
we
want
go.
to spend 1 drain, you
I'll
can
do
just
it.
do this.
Yep.
There's no roll required. She was just a.
Sad lady.
Well, it's more the clock has been ticked for complicated obstacle.
Yeah.
The ghosts are starting to
She's a
appear.
symptom.
Oh,
Perfect.
She is a symptom of that clock. If you want to catch her, you spend the 1 drain, you do it.
I do that. I got ghost in a
That'll
bottle.
teach you ghosts to be scary
nice
around us.
ghost lady.
how
in a
dare you
bottle.
play music?
Nice ghost. I don't know if she's nice. She was.
Piano lady.
I hate to end up a 1 magnitude ghost. Don't be a rich lady who plays piano when her ballroom catches on fire and is locked inside and burns alive.
Can I put
Oh, dark.
can I put the bottle up to my ear
Yeah,
and hear
no
the
shit,
music?
it's dark.
Is that-
Welcome to Spook
Do I-
October. I'm at least a 1.5. Look, 1.5. I feel we're all 1 to 1.5 ghosts.
You're all
As
10s.
you're at
We're all
least a-
10s. The
as-
Time King ain't even a 10.
Wait, what's
I
the
mean,
time?
the
King?
chat-
Not
What's
even
the
a
time King?
10?
He's a demon.
I'd have to look at my magnitude chart, which I don't have in front of me. He's like a 6. That's high. That's, to be honest, it's fucking high.
At least in the chat, as you're like at least a 3.
Oh.
You're at least a 3.
No, they're 10s. Puttery.
I think one of the examples of magnitude is a magnitude 6 is a wave capable of destroying a dock. Like if a magnitude 6 wave hit a dock, it would be destroyed.
As you're like a 5.
I think an example.
Wow.
See, a magnitude 10 ghost would just be like, fucking whatever. I rule.
I'm a cool ghost, dude. That's it. That's his personality.
It's like
Ace
like
sharpshooter,
Blinky
you're
and
5
Clyde
also.
are magnitude 10s. Like easy.
Easy 10.
Easy 10.
Ace sharpshooter's 5 also.
Ace sharpshooter's a 5.
How about
Five's all the way. Perception Studio. Perception Studio is a 7.
Yeah, apparently
It's a
the
tier 7.
whole of Perception Studio is a 7.
Well, they got a
Well,
lot
you
of
combine
felt.
it.
It's,
Yeah,
they're already used to possessing things. No one's here to yell at me
I'm
for that.
glad.
Yeah, I was like, oh no, that felt a little felted.
Cucumber's gonna come at me, like,
in a couple weeks.
you'll see me get stabbed on screen
Cucumber
in
just
3
felt
weeks.
that, like in the Force.
Somewhere just,
In their felt.
The felt.
it's like a tiny knife was jabbed into my tiny heart.
Oh. Anyways.
I guess I hightail it out of there after I get that ghost.
Okay, you,
Yeah.
and then you just keep climbing. I still gotta give you the bad thing that happens, and that's I'm taking a segment. I'm taking 2 segments on the hunger.
I figured, yeah.
Oh.
You're like, ooh, wait, the thing in my body is thrumming. This ghost I got in a jar, it's like I'm hungry and I got beef jerky in my pocket.
Okay.
I could eat that beef jerky.
I mean,
You could eat that beef jerky.
She's looking like a snack.
I'll eat the beef jerky. Nobody knows I got beef jerky.
No,
I don't have to share my beef jerky. This is my beef jerky.
Okay,
I
but
came
I'm
about
gonna
this
tell
beef jerky
you,
myself.
I'm marking another segment on the hunger clock if you do.
Don't
Oh,
eat
it
the
doesn't
jerky
help?
ghost.
I thought
Oh, no,
would
it
make-
doesn't help.
I thought it would make the hunger
you're
go
feeding
away.
the hunger.
I thought it would make it go away.
No, buddy. No, you're gonna feed that hunger.
Wasn't there?
Then yeah, I'm not gonna eat the
in
beef jerky.
Futurama too. It was a
The
mummy.
mummy.
Yeah, the
It was a mummy jerky, which is a thing. Apparently, Europeans used to like eat mummies.
No.
Europeans were kind of.
No, I'm not joking. This was a thing, and that's where the Futurama joke comes
I
from.
did not know that.
Yeah, that's why there's not a whole lot of mummies.
Yeah, don't eat the
We ate
the
them.
ghost lady.
It's literally a problem. We ate too many mummies.
White people keep
See,
showing up.
thank you,
eating
Laggin'
mummies.
Wagon. Laggin' Wagon knows we ate the mummies.
All
right.
I'm not gonna eat my mummy.
We use a ghost.
Yeah.
That's like Turkish delight.
Okay, nobody.
I'll save this candy for later. It's fine.
Ghosts
Turkish
are,
delight isn't even that good. You
it's
guys.
not. Ghosts are like LaCroix to a mummy's jerky.
Like, a hint of life.
It's someone lived near where this was canned.
Yeah, right. It's like I yelled a fruit at you while you were in the other room.
I'm drinking sparkling water and someone yelled banana.
I thought Steve does eat ghosts sometimes, or at least
So Steve is
ectoplasm.
powered by electroplasm.
Okay.
Did you build a mechanism into Steve that converts ghosts into electroplasm?
Sure.
They're
That
made
sounds
out
really
of it,
fun,
so
yeah.
you can do that. Yeah, is that just all right? If you eat that ghost, I will mark a hunger clock, but you can remove your drain.
Oh.
Steve.
No, I don't need that.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
I don't need that.
Don't eat that ghost, Steve.
I don't need that.
Papa and Zaddy will be very mad at you.
Eating a ghost, how original!
This is like the flashback where before the heist even started, they both were like, "Okay, and don't eat any ghosts."
Yeah, we like.
And I'm
We're like, we gave you the ability to, but please don't eat the
Steve,
ghost.
we are putting the obelisk in you. You cannot eat ghosts while you're on the obelisk.
Oh, I
Do not
imagine-
mix medications like that.
Okay.
No
Okay,
ghost
Dr.
before
Daddy.
dinner.
I thought you said goats, no ghosts. Okay, that's very funny because a thing that has not come up is in Blades in the Dark. There's no horses. People have giant goats.
That's true.
Oh, what?
That's
the-
an actual thing. There's no horses. Everyone has giant goats. So saying Steve recharges by eating giant goats makes him a weird, like, Iron Man chupacabra that stalks the streets at night and kills your horse.
They're all over the place.
Sounds about right.
Damn it.
Oh God. Okay.
Yeah, a fucking robot ate my goat. I don't know, man.
Where are we right now?
World building. We're world building.
We're world building.
Okay,
We're world building.
I guess
mean,
I'm climbing out the window.
Welcome
then.
to me running a game. Of course, we're world building.
That's true.
It's like 90% of what I do. You climb out the window and you start going back up.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got I did say I was marking the hunger, so you're at 3 out of 6 on the hunger.
Yeah.
And you can climb up to the roof. You're good. You get a solid view. The dance has still happened, but like I think you two can flee it now. Mortimer, what have you been up to this entire time?
I was just worried about everything.
Oh God! Panic.
He was trying to like get ready to support anyone if anything bad happened, so he was like on the sidelines, like edging his way towards the end.
Okay. Yeah.
I would imagine, so trying to get through people as he
All right.
watched what was happening.
Is there any rolls you want to make? Do you want to try and do anything towards progressing or removing a clock?
Maybe get us closer to Brightstone, dude.
Yeah.
Like, could you think of a way?
You get 2 segments left.
What could I do to get us closer?
Yeah, you tell me. We can brainstorm it. We can workshop it.
Laggin in the chat, they did ask if the place had a subway since the place was so rich.
No, they asked.
I thought that was
the
mall
had a
had a
subway.
subway.
The mall did
Subway.
not have a subway, but it did have a Sbarro.
I thought that. Yeah, I thought the joke was the food subway.
I do love their pizza.
Sbarro's great.
Thank you.
Nothing wrong with
that makes me
Sbarro.
feel better.
It's a big thin slice. You fold it in half. It's like you're in New York.
Yeah.
I know it's not. Look, I've been to New York. New York pizza's way better. Come on. But when you're here,
I like how quickly you stopped that argument.
But we're in California. Everyone
Yeah.
here is like we're trying to emulate other pizza,
Yeah.
and we don't do it well.
no,
In
not
Cal-
as well.
Not as well.
But if you're just hankering for a big slice you can fold in half, there you go. You got Sbarro.
Oh dear God! Just imagine going around on a goat, and then from the distance you hear a bleat. Just walking across the cobblestones. Man. Oh shit! Nope, he's coming.
Oh man.
Ride like the wind.
I'm so sorry to derail this right now. What is
What
Detroit?
the fuck do you think we've been doing for the last
That's also
20
fair.
minutes?
Already
Also fair,
been
also fair.
unrailed.
Is Detroit style the one where the sauce is on top?
Yeah, what is
No, that's
Detroit
Chicago.
style? Because Chicago.
I thought Chicago was
Chicago-
deep dish.
Yeah, Chicago was deep dish.
Detroit is. I think Detroit sauce on top,
I
which
think
is just
Detroit
a
is sauce on
fucking
top.
blasphemy.
It's pretty good though.
It's pretty great.
if you've ever had
dude.
it.
Yeah.
I mean, sure. I'm still gonna if I put my bun in the middle of 2 patties, it's still gonna taste like a burger.
That sounds incredible to me.
All right, fuck
And
you.
Low carb.
I guess you have 1 bun
What?
with
It's
2
still-
patties.
High protein.
High protein, low carb.
High protein.
Oh
low
yeah,
carb.
Detroit is the square one, I think.
The smells of the big city that you can. What? What?
Oh God. Okay.
Rickety cat, how
What's
dare
my
you?
brainstorm here? I want to get out of this.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
They're telling us
all
to
right.
fight.
So
They're telling us to fight. They're telling us to fight.
the wardens, we've not made enough bad moves in order to reduce the warden's clock. They're drunk as fuck. Well, not even that they're drunk. It's just people keep thrusting, and they're like, no, we gotta, and like everyone's like, wardens are here. Let's have a party. So they're held up. You got 2 more on the clock to get to Brightstone, 3 more on the hunger, 4 more on opening the journal.
I'm not interested in the journal.
Okay,
Sorry,
totally
but
fair.
I'm not interested in the
So-
journal.
Basically, most of the progress has been made by going from tent to
Yeah.
tent. Are you looking for the next tent? Are you paving the way to the next tent? Like
No,
moving people out?
Does Mortimer know a way to slow or stop the hunger? Because you're the only one who's investigated the obelisk.
Take
Do
it
I?
out, bro.
You
For my
do you?
research,
Yeah, do you?
I wouldn't be surprised if I did. Not if I knew. I should know. That's what I'm saying right
Okay,
now.
then yeah. What do you know? How do you
I know
stop
how
it?
to like abate it for a while.
Yeah,
Not
what is
necessarily
that?
Stop it, but there's some kind of like runes you can put on it, like a fucking thingy that you put on it, and it calms it down for a little bit.
Okay, is it like? Do you like scratch warding symbols
That's
into the
something, yeah,
obelisk, and
symbols.
it'll depower it, but it'll slowly refill itself over the, like you engrave them in it, and slowly the
Yeah,
engraving
it just
gets
slows it down a
refilled?
little bit. Yeah. So
Okay.
kind of like
Uh,
How about maybe you have to like actually put them on Steve's body,
yeah.
but not engravings, but like they're like some kind of glowing symbol. So it's like I cannot be disguised anymore.
Okay.
sure, you can take the time to do that. That'll be in a tune.
Well, I haven't seen Steve yet, right?
Would you go meet up with Steve?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm up
Steve-
on the roof. You wave me
You
down.
can
I'll come
climb up
join you.
there.
Or yeah, there you go.
Like Steve can be like, no, go that way. Don't
Okay.
that'll take you to Ghost Lady. Don't do that. Go this way, and you can get up there. It'll take you a little bit longer, but you can get up there and roll a tune. So yeah,
Roll
you can
that
do that. Roll a tune. I'm gonna say this is risky standard.
I got a 5.
A 5. Cool. I'm gonna reduce 1 on the hunger clock, but this is all taking a lot of time.
Eat the ghost.
So I'm removing 1 on the warden's catch-up clock.
Why go?
Because we were wasting
I'm just
time.
joking.
Okay. Yeah.
Can I just grab Zant and get the book out of the
I
pit?
think like the two, yeah, it's just like the two of you spilled on the other side
He's
of the
still
pit.
dancing with her, and I'm just like,
No.
let's go.
No.
This is after she like spins you away, and
The
yeah.
third time she's been spun away, it keeps coming back.
Vesna just grabs me by the ear. and
Yeah,
just-
yeah.
It's like Brock and his
That's what I
Pokemon.
was thinking.
Can we advance the hunter clock?
Hunger.
Hunger. Hunger.
Oh, if you don't, I
That's
would say,
rude. It's a
I
pretty
would say
small
if you
clock.
don't,
Hey, Child of the Jago just tipped $5. Thank you, Child of the
Thank you
Jago.
so much.
Gotta add automotive here for everything, even pizza.
Oh yeah, I would say you. Would you let the chat donate to?
Isn't
So,
Hunger Clock tiny?
The first time we did it, we had too many clocks and we didn't have things for the chat to specifically, like, if you want to spend $15 to contribute to that clock, fucking go for it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Just tell me that's what you want it to go to.
Yeah.
And
Trying to hurt my
absolutely.
son.
Because people want to see Steve start eating stuff.
Yeah, I guess I'll eat a ghost.
If you want to donate to increase the hunger clock, you are absolutely welcome to. In fact, any of these clocks, if that's what you want to put your money towards, by all means, just let me know.
Child, thank you. We really do appreciate it. Any donations are always happy. We're always happy to take. Thank you so
Aw.
much. For
Yeah.
giving
Yeah,
me.
thank you.
Thank you.
Absolutely. We're happy to have anything. You help keep the lights on. And all these ones as well.
These, though.
It just that looks really funny. I have a tiny hand.
I see it. Okay. All right, back to the game, huh?
We haven't been playing the
Okay,
game for like an hour.
Yeah. How about can I name one of the orphans Chago now? Just for that nice gesture.
You can name these orphans whatever you
Oh
want.
yeah, one of the orphans in my
They
orphanage.
have their
The other
now
one's
is named
Hamfoot.
Jago. Hamfoot is
There's,
one of
there's
them.
Hamfoot and there's Jago.
Okay,
And
you're-
Jago's like
Whatever you can donate, we're just gonna
Cool.
name the orphans in my orphanage.
yeah. Every time you donate, an orphan is named after you.
So there's going to be a lot of orphans named after one person if they donate a
there's
lot.
like 40 named Laggin' Wagon from the first session.
There's Laggy Jr., Waggy Jr., Lag,
Laggy
LW. Yeah.
And it's set like Jago. So
Jago.
we have Hamfoot, we have Jago right now. All right.
Oh, that's
No
okay.
worries.
That's what I.
Ace, we just appreciate that you're here to watch. We thank you so much. We're happy you were here watching.
Yeah, Ace, we really do appreciate it.
What happened?
I grabbed,
I don't know.
I grabbed Zant.
Yeah,
You
by
grab
the ear,
some-
right?
You grab Zamp by the ear. You take
Take
him
him
out
to
of
horny
the pit.
jail.
Mhm.
Out of the pit in the horny jail.
I'm sorry. What was the name I gave you? Zant. What was the name?
Zabaro?
Zavaro.
No, that's
no, it's
Zabaro.
called no
That's
Zavosa. Zavosa. Zavosa is like
It's not Sabaro.
you may call me Sabaro. I smell like pepperoni.
Stop.
Not JPG.
Wait, not
Tip
JPG.
$15 to the hunger clock +1.
Wow.
I'm filling that in.
Who tipped that? How dare you
That
guys?
seems sus.
A hunger clock is halfway full. 3 more, and the hunger will take over. And we'll see what happens when
Wow.
an
We
automaton
just put a rune on
gets
me.
hungry. Okay.
Just undid all my work.
You grab Zams. You bail out of this pit. Zavosa is like whipping more blue coats with her tail, like happy to help you all because you jumped in and did the play really well.
I think she
on
also
this.
enjoys
That's very
it.
fun. Of course she enjoys it. It's like one of the things in the game is like the blue coats are the cops, but they're on the same table as like the gangs.
Yeah.
Like for a reason. They are the worst gang in the city. Hey, how far are we from 100? We're at 70?
We're at 70.
Oh wow, okay,
So-
and still not
Oh.
JPG tipped another 15. Hunger clock +1. I need another beer.
Sometimes, go get another beer right
I'm
now.
gonna get another beer.
Can you grab me a
I'm
beer
gonna-
too, please?
Sometimes I
pour
think
this
I'm
in.
on this
Stop.
show
You have to.
just so you guys can mess with me. I feel like that's my whole point being on Perception Studio. But I do really appreciate it, and I love you guys.
But you got the ability
Aw.
not to be trifled
Thanks,
with.
Ace.
Oh, Ace, thank you so much. Oh, wait, but that adds to 10. So Ace and Jago, if you guys want to connect to see if you want to give +2 to somebody or -2 to somebody, that would be awesome.
Or you can also. Wait, you said how much?
It was 5 and 5, so it's 10.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Or 5 and 10.
It was 5 and 10. No, I thought it was 5 and 5.
Oh, you're right. It's 5 and 5.
yeah. Okay.
What's a math?
Don't trust me on math.
Oh God.
Don't trust me on math ever. Even though
Troll tips
bad.
are the best tips. Oh God. Okay.
we
That's
like
more-
to see what we like to see is the consequences of our actions.
Or honestly, sometimes we can make the best choices, and then somebody just screws us in the chat as well.
That's what happened in
Yeah,
the
that's
explosion.
That's what when the boat. Yeah, the
Yeah.
boat blew up.
That's
And
what
that
happened with the
was
explosion.
kind of great
Yeah.
though.
It was great.
Oh
It
my
was stressful,
It made it.
but it
more
was
fun.
fun. Yeah.
Okay, $10 more, and something, and although it clears all of our stress, something bad happens to
Oh,
us.
shit.
as
Something
well,
extra
too.
bad, yeah.
So, something extra bad happens to us. So, oh God. In the meantime, oh yeah. So yeah, it looks like Ace and Jago are connecting in the chat right now. Oh God.
So sweet.
But you have a plus.
I do have a plus.
So the next
2.
time you roll, you're gonna get a plus.
Yeah,
2.
thank you, Laggin. Oh, it's plus then. Oh God.
All right, I'm back. What did I miss? What did we fuck up?
Nothing.
Oh, so Jago and Ace just decided that somebody's gonna be getting a +2. If you can decide who's gonna be getting it in the on the team right now as well, that'd be great.
Yes.
Awesome.
All right.
So they're gonna decide who's gonna get it. We are last when I left. Wow, what the fuck? When I left, we were like $30 away. What are we? 10 now?
Yes.
We're $10 away. Yeah,
$10 away. Somebody, thank you, Alex.
Grip it and rip
If
it.
somebody wants to donate $10, we'll fuck these people's lives up.
Ah.
It'll be great. I'm gonna fill
It was
DJ's
just
horn.
not weird.
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
I don't
Sip it. Sip from the horn.
Sip it and rip it.
Now you gotta lick your hands.
That got awkward. That got awkward, you guys.
Alrighty. So,
I remember my first beer.
Pour it back in your drink.
So
Tip it and zip it from Alex. Zip it from Alex.
tip it and sip it. 1d4. Rolled a 4. Fantastic.
Okay, so it looks like
Oh, what the?
JP.
okay.
Now this is just teasing.
Oh, there.
All right, thank
sorry.
you, JPG, for getting us $1 away. For that, you know what? I'm gonna say that's a -2 to JPG.
Okay, you know what? I'm taking
That was
one.
clearly meant to insult him specifically.
I'm crying a little bit right now. Oh God. Oh, so roll the 2, so Vesna. So Vesna's gonna be getting a +2.
Okay, cool. Vesna's gonna be getting a
Oh.
+2.
You got the gold coin?
Honors.
Hey, the Adventure Archive, you have just raided. Thank you for joining us. We are currently playing John Harper's Blades in the Dark.
And I'm getting trolled so
And we're
hard
trolling
in the chat right
JPG.
now. I'm getting
So
trolled
currently,
so hard.
our group is managing to escape the police and the ghost FBI on their way through a carnival to deliver a horrible haunted artifact to someone who may or may not be a heretic. Thank you, Gilded Seth, for following. These players can be fucked with in a multitude of ways. For $10, you can give them a +2 or a -2 to their next roll. For $15, you can advance or rewind one of these clocks. These clocks are going to put horrible obstacles in their way. For $4, if you fill the 4-step clock, a bunch of hounds, blood. Oh, what the? Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah,
so I was
he's
like,
just-
oh God, Brian, you gave me a heart attack.
Yeah.
If you fill the complex obstacle clock, a bunch of hounds will be released to hunt them through the festival. If you fill the 6-step complicated obstacle clock, a storm of ghosts will try and steal the loot that they have captured that the ghosts can use to return themselves to life. And if you fill the 8-step clock, a rival gang will show up warriors style, beat the shit out of them, and take their loot until they get it back.
We are $1 away from you guys clearing all of our stress, but then something catastrophic happens to us.
For $25, you can drop in a character. You get to decide who they are. I will play them. They can be helpful or unhelpful. Currently, there is a very helpful robot devil from Futurama. If we do hit $100, everyone clears all of their stress, which is sort of like the equivalent of HP and mana. If you're not familiar with the system, it is a resource they use to sort of blunt blows and use their abilities. And bad shit happens. Stuff escalates. Things go down. We need $1 more to just ruin their lives for tonight.
Oh.
Hell yeah! Yeah, there it is. Oh, and animated Alex tip 25. A wild Jason Funderburker
It's got everything.
appears, and it really just throws everyone off.
So we just got the $1 that we needed, and we just got a $25 character drop.
So everyone, clear your stress,
Yeah,
and
let's-
here is
that's
the
good
thing.
enough.
Here is the thing that happens because as you move, you manage to all get yourselves out. Steve has seen the way. He knows how to get to where we're going.
There.
There, that's the next tent. And you pull yourselves down. You manage to start pushing through the crowd when, at the crowd starts parting before you, and you hear the
No.
of dogs, and standing there are 10 blue coats, and at the head, he stands and he pulls with a big muscly arm and holds back the like Doberman that has like metal teeth, and its head has been like the top of its head has been removed, as you can see its brain, and it has like a case on it with a bunch of wires running into it.
October.
And then that runs down its back to like more ghost tanks, like the electroplasm tanks. Like they have the dog equivalent of that big thing you fought. Yeah.
Is this
doggy.
Captain Jason Funderburger?
This is Captain Jason Funderburger.
Now, please
stop
remind
right there, criminals.
Now, please remind me. This is the sucky kid in Over the Garden.
This is
Wall, correct?
this is Jason Funderburger from Over the Garden Wall, who just goes, "Stop right there, criminals." 'Cause he's holding this like barking, yapping Doberman, and in the other hand, he has a gun. It's not a normal gun like you have that are like the one-shot breech-loading pistols. He has a pepper box. It's got like it's instead of a revolver that has 6 chambers, it has 6 barrels, and you pull the trigger and then you rotate it, and then pull the trigger and rotate it.
Okay, that's cute.
I 100% throw a bolt of lightning.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Are you
as a
also going to
story-
use not to be fucked with?
as a
Trifled
story-
with. Call it
not to
trifled
be-
with.
Oh, it's not to be trifled with in this. In Apocalypse World, it was not to be fucked
So
with.
can I spend stress twice for this? So it has to be spend stress.
Well, so it's when you push yourself.
It's
you
yeah.
can.
Sorry.
So I guess you can only do one.
Yeah. So can I do?
But a
both?
bolt of lightning's fucking a bolt of lightning. So
Can I push myself and push myself?
no, you can only push yourself once. So you
Okay.
can do one, and then you could follow up immediately with the other. The game doesn't have initiative. So
I
yeah.
just recently got to see Over the Garden Wall, like within the last year, and it was incredible. And I hate this kid. So bolt of lightning for sure. So I get to use a tune, which is 2 die. I am pushing myself, which is a 3rd.
And you have a -2. Remember
no,
that.
+2 first.
I have a plus.
Oh, you have a +2
I do have a
first, and then you have a
+2.
-2.
I have a plus, so I get to use a +2. Thank you so much again, Lagan. And
Oh,
Yes.
6, and I have a 5. Can I use the +2 to get it critical?
Yeah.
Okay,
okay.
You are my hero right now.
I'll let you do that, but
Okay.
Thunderburger's getting fucked up.
thing is, you have a critical. So here's the thing that happens. It's because I had this prepped. I just didn't know he was going to be Jason Funderburger. The first lightning bolt hits, and it just arcs around him. And he reaches into his coat, and he goes, "Spirit charm." And then it's slagged, and he raises his gun, and then the second lightning bolt hits.
Wait, is it Lalani? Is that my hair you're talking about? Dang it!
Probably.
Are you really asking?
I'm just saying.
Oh my gosh. Doing the voice.
No, I can't.
That's Loren.
hard.
Please follow him. It's at DM_LSP.
Jason Funderburger is just cartoon. Their gun just like, and they fall on the ground as the second lightning bolt hits.
Lalani said yes, you.
Oh, thank you, La La La.
But
Wait.
I thought it was me. I don't know if it's me or you.
It's both of
It's
us.
both.
That's
of
fair.
you.
Okay, I'm gonna take both.
You're both 6s.
And the other blue coats draw their blades. They don't even have clubs.
They don't go, you could hold my hand, Thunderburger, I don't care.
Who hold my hand just for book? I don't care. They draw Lag and Wagon. Thank you, $10. Whoever is behind Perception Studios picks who gets what. Sky Daddy Ryan, who's getting the bonus or the negative.
Oh shit.
I have a negative right now. Katie, I think.
All right.
Steve.
Plus or minus? What am I?
Oh, that was Lauren then.
Oh, Lonnie, it's DM_LSP on Twitter in order to follow that luscious man's hair.
Not my
Follow
luscious
him,
hair.
too.
I am the luscious
He
man.
is the luscious
who
man, and
has
he has
hair.
luscious hair.
Thank you.
Yeah, I have no shame in saying that.
16 units of classes for college. Ace Sharpshooter. Holy shit. That's a lot.
Aw, Ace,
That is
thank
fun.
Thank you for letting us be here to support you in that endeavor.
And good luck with college. Also.
Good luck
Yeah,
with
good luck
college.
with college.
Yeah.
My mom went to college.
You went to college too.
I know, but so did my mom.
Wait, that wasn't a bit. That was just a life fact.
Napoleon Dynamite. Your mom goes to college.
Yeah, but then you
Oh.
followed it up with like, yeah, but so did I.
No.
Okay, all right.
But she did go to college.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway.
All right, did I get a plus or minus? I want to be clear.
Yeah, does Steve get a plus or minus, Sky Daddy Ryan?
Who can say?
Come on. Why is he's deliberating back there right now? I'm so worried. Wait, sorry.
You gave it to Steve, but does Steve get a plus or a minus?
Oh, sorry.
It's all good. It's all good. You got Sky Daddy biz.
Plus?
All right.
Calculus
Plus.
is hard. All right, so Steve gets a plus. Okay, so Jason, Blue Coat Captain Jason Funderburker has just been annihilated by your critical success lightning strike.
Thank you, Latin.
And I think the people here have sort of been like, oh shit. And
this
people
part of the
step
show?
back. And no, that's the thing. Someone's like, it's the fucking drunk dudes again. We're like, I don't know about this. I don't remember any lightning in the story. I don't remember any blue coats in the... And the other one goes, you fool! This is real! That's that he holds up a wanted poster.
Oh, no.
That's the asshole they're looking for!
old guys.
Statler and Waldorf ass old dudes.
They've been keeping up with us pretty well.
Yeah, no, they're just always in the background. And like I said, the blue coats draw the short swords, basically, like long blades and pistols from their coats. There's 9 of them now. What
I guess
do you do?
I'm gonna pop out a pistol from inside of me somewhere. It just comes out of my like arm.
Oh,
yeah.
do you do that? Like,
Yeah, I guess I do. Was that RoboCop who did that?
yeah, well, RoboCop has it from his leg.
Oh, who's the one who shoots it out of his sleeve? Out of his, like-
A lot of people, that's like the Derringer hidden up
Yeah.
the sleeve, and you do like the flick,
but
and then
specifically
it
robot style, where it
appears.
just,
Robot style.
Ooh,
It's just
in
like a
your wrist.
zzz.
yeah.
Or is it like
Mega Man?
like fucking another good pull of mine? I loved the robot gargoyles from Gargoyles, where they like hold out their hand and like the
Oh,
laser
the
pops up.
Yeah.
You have a cool ghost laser. Do you ghost laser these motherfuckers?
I wanted to shoot them because I was afraid they would have the charms as well.
Oh, that's it. That makes sense. That makes
Yeah.
sense. Yeah, fucking charms will stop bullets.
Yeah, so
Charm this.
yeah, I pull out
Bitch.
a pistol. I'll shoot whatever. I mean, I guess I'll aim for whoever's closest. With
Okay,
the
sure.
pistol.
So the thing is here, it's starting to break out into a fight.
Yeah.
They are the equivalent of a gang, which means they have size on you. So they have scale. Start giving commands to the dog in Dutch. Rickety cat. I don't
even know that
Isn't that a thing that they do
That's
for
a
some
deep reference.
police dogs? They only know commands and nothing.
Oh, they know commands in a language you don't understand, so you can't be like sit. That makes sense. That's interesting.
That is super interesting.
Unless you're trying to catch a Dutch criminal,
Then he's on to you.
then he's on. He's got it. That's some Lupin shit.
That is some move on shit.
They train all the dogs in Dutch.
Oh. You gonna get him?
I don't know Dutch. I don't
Is
know.
that a half decent
Tell
Lupin?
Steve you gonna get him?
Tell Steve doesn't know Dutch.
Siento bien.
Stupid. I can see it.
You can see it,
perfectly.
right? That's
Yeah.
like that is 100% a thing that would happen.
Yeah.
Go watch Lupin the Third. It's great. Steve,
Yeah, I shoot.
Roll it.
you shoot. So what do you have?
I came in. What is the line? I came in fast.
came in blasted.
I came in
So
blasted.
what are you
Anyway,
marking?
start blasting.
What are you marking?
I mean, It's a skirmish.
No, but what
yes,
item are you
that way.
marking?
Oh,
What's
it's
the
a pistol.
gun?
It's a pistol.
It's just a pistol?
Yeah.
Okay, there's no fine or anything. So I don't know what's on your character sheet in terms
No,
of weapons
on my
and
character
stuff.
sheet, I have a pistol or a second pistol. And a large
have
weapon. I have an unusual weapon, but I don't really.
You tell me what. Do
Ghost
you have a
laser.
large weapon?
Ghost laser.
I just want to shoot him with a bullet.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
So the
wow.
thing is,
You know what? It's my unusual weapon is some kind of a shotgun. I don't know what that means in this world, but
Is it the
does it
shotgun?
fire your fingers?
oh,
Are
come
your
on.
fingers
I'm
bullets?
Gino from Super Mario RPG.
Yeah, you
yes,
just-
I am. If you give me the opportunity to be Gino from Super Mario RPG,
So your unusual weapon is your hand is a shotgun.
yeah.
Deep pulls.
But that's, I mean, look, it's us. Of course, it's gonna be deep pulls
It just
all
shoot-
night long.
It just shoots teeth. It shoots teeth.
Oh. Well, that's little Steve's thing.
He's taking a bite out of crime.
Where is little Steve? Little
Oh
Steve
my
here?
god. Rickety Cat,
we have to
are
wait for a good flashback to get little Steve involved.
Mazinga Z Rocket Punch. Fuck
Oh
yeah,
my God.
Rickety Cat.
Rickety Cat. Best reference in the chat so far right now.
Or, I mean,
Yeah.
you could just, this hand of mine is burning red. Which is gonna be got like three people, they understand that.
Smiling.
Mazinga Z is fantastic.
Mazinga Z is incredible.
Rickety Cat. Okay, so yeah, you're gonna hand shotgun them with your unusual weapon.
Yeah.
What I'll say is I will give you increased effect here for that because it's a shotgun, but you're not gonna have a hand afterward.
I mean, that makes sense. That only makes sense.
That is fair.
We have spare hands at home.
I really
Like,
did.
but the thing is, do you need hands? You have hooks all
No,
over
I
your
have
body
hooks
to
all
allow
over
you
my
to climb.
body.
Like, that's not gonna impede your movement
it's
in any
really
way.
not.
And you
And
already
I guess
have
that means
the
I have two
obelisk.
hands worth, right? I shoot one, and then I can still have
Yeah,
another
sure.
hand
You
to
got
shoot.
your unusual weapon is a 2-shot hand shotgun.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
So I'm starting a 6-step clock. The blue coats.
Yeah.
Roll. This is because like they are getting ready to just engage. This is a desperate for great.
Fist him, Steve.
All right. Yeah, and I'm gonna
Oh, come
I'm gonna
on.
push
They
myself.
call me Fistin' Steve. Want to
DJ,
find
how
out
long-
why?
How long were you waiting for that?
my
A while.
God.
A while.
I am marking 2 stress to
Say
push
one
myself
today,
to
yeah.
get another die.
Get another die. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is hunt,
Ace and Az, thank you so much.
Yeah, and it's gonna be hunt.
or is it? I mean, I
It's-
could see skirmish.
Either one's essentially the same. It's the same number of die.
It's the same number of dice, but
But I
position
think yes.
position might be different.
Skirmish would because it's a fight.
Because
I mean,
the
it's
fight,
just
so like, the difference is Steve backing away and firing, or is Steve like,
Getting in
oh,
there
you're
and
coming
firing.
at me and like charging in?
Well, because of the, I mean, the way the weapon would work, I would want to charge in.
Okay, so that
Closer
sounds
to
like
get
skirmish.
better.
100.
That's a close
Yeah.
combat fight. So what I'm gonna say is. That makes it desperate for great. I think if you were retreating, it would probably be risky standard,
Uh-huh.
but this is desperate for great.
Yeah.
Also, you actually don't need close proximity for a shotgun. They're actually much more accurate than video
Yeah,
games give.
But this isn't a video game shotgun
I know, I'm
or a
just
real shotgun.
I'm just
This
saying, I
is
just wanna-
this is a ghost piloting a robot shooting his fingers at people.
There are often misconceptions about firearms. I
And I
just
do-
like to clear them up.
I want to say I imagine it as like the hand is like a sharp point, and then they all kind of they come
Just
out, separate, and then you see like whatever number it would be, like 6 or 10, and they just
it's
they
like
shoot up
electric
from there.
bullets that are just loaded in a line, and then
Yes.
each charge. So you're not even firing like your fingers. You're firing each knuckle.
Knuckles. He's giving him a knuckle sandwich.
Mhm.
Oh, is that
Alright.
the weapon? Is that what we're calling
I
it?
call this one the knuckle sandwich.
sandwich.
Yeah, we have.
Why
to
would you
knuckle
call
sandwich.
it that? It sounded cool.
I'm hungry.
I was hungry when I put it in your body.
All right, here we go. Oh, boy.
Thank you, Jason, for giving me a weird look.
A 5.
It's a
Hey,
five.
a
Wait, are you
5 on
using
a
your-
desperate
Five
grade.
for
Are you
all
gonna-
Oh, I get my
fingers.
+2.
That's a 7.
Makes it a 7.
Makes it a 7.
That makes it a 7. Wait, wait, which dice did you? That was the highest one. Was
Yeah.
a 5?
Highest one.
Okay, so you didn't have 2 5s.
No, it was a 5 and a 3.
Okay, 5 and a 3.
So the 2 would make it 2 5s. That's pretty close to 2
But
6s.
that's close to 2 6s. If you had 2 5s, I'd say yeah, you can split it up,
Yeah.
make it 2 6s, get a critical. But a 6 alone is nothing bad happens, and I marked 3 segments on this clock. Just blue coats go down. They're torn through by your finger blasts.
He got to it. He got. We've been setting
yeah,
up
this
this
is like-
whole joke. We've been setting
happened. And finally I got
Oh
the
my
finger
goodness.
blast.
Oh,
Great.
Oh my god.
You did
we
it.
were the
You
knuckle
did it.
sandwich. We all let that go. We were all just like, yes. It was building.
The finger blast. It got instantly clipped. Thank you, Sky Daddy Ryan. Why is finger blasting funny? I don't get it. Please explain. Laggin' Wagon, you have
I'll tell you when you're
Google.
older.
Yeah. When
I don't, Laggin' Wagon, I don't know your age. You have Google.
Yeah. When a Papa and Zaddy like each other very much. Fuck.
It was almost a spit take, but there is a fancy microphone in front of me.
Oh my god.
Yeah, wild.
Let's get to wrapping this up, shall we?
Yeah.
You've knocked out half the blue coats. They still count as a small gang. It's like some are shot through, like some and rallying. Others are coming at you, and I think they descend upon you with knives. You're being engaged as a group. You can fight as a group action, or do you want to?
I do, but
Two of you have the ability to
so-
engage people as a group.
So I do,
my
but
God.
I'd like to have DJ and Katie roll for their for their like fights first.
I'm not good at fighting.
Oh,
You're gonna
okay.
help
So
me fight.
yeah,
Okay.
you guys can help each other. Yeah, and then I'll roll last if that's okay.
Sure, we'll see. Yeah, what happens? What?
I want to use my unusual weapon.
Oh yeah, the unusual weapon. We talked about during downtime. One of the cool things that Vesna got was an unique and new unusual weapon. You want to tell us what it is and what you did to get it?
Yeah, I bought it.
That is your resource.
It was custom made. So they are like brass knuckles, except they are made with fangs. So there's just two of them.
It's two fangs, but
Two
they do a
fangs.
cool thing, right? There's like vials in the brass knuckles. Full
Yes,
of
that
poison.
Mortimer helped me make.
Mortimer filled them with poison. So you get to choose, as we talked about off air, you get to choose a poison off Mortimer's list that these are filled with.
What would be a good one?
I like the skull fire poison. Personally.
Skull fire poison, which makes you feel like your skull is on fire.
And your skull does catch on fire.
Oh my god!
I
I don't know if I
don't-
want to
It's
do
just
that.
it's just like debilitating, crippling
Yeah.
pain.
Ghost
It makes
Rider
you feel like
syndrome.
your skull is on fire.
I can do
Ghost
that.
Rider syndrome.
That sounds fun and not deadly.
I mean, there's no such thing as not deadly. Like, less than lethal is still in quotes. I mean, like me, like I got asthma. Tear gas is not non-lethal against me.
Yeah.
That would kill my ass.
Let's do it. What am I rolling? Prowl? Hunt?
You're punching.
How are you doing it? This
I mean,
is. They're melee weapons. You got to get in there. You got to
Yeah,
get in the fight.
but it's mostly like, hit, duck, go to the next one, hit,
Yeah, this is you doing the like Zack's like this is filmed through a Zack Snyder lens. This is like ramping, like boom, and then you like quickly move to the next one and boom.
Like you imagine Black Widow just like
Sure.
aerobatics
yeah,
and slicing
like
at the
just
same time.
that feels like skirmish. To be honest, you're getting in the fight.
Can I push myself to also do Devil's Footsteps?
Oh fuck yeah! What's that look like?
Hell yeah, dude.
So read off Devil's Footsteps.
When you push yourself, choose one of the following additional benefits. Perform a feat of athletics that verges on the superhuman. Maneuver to confuse your enemies so they mistakenly attack each other.
Okay, so this is the one you did before. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you doing it to make them attack each other or superhuman?
Superhuman.
Okay. I feel like if you're doing that, you might get you could get a good position out of using prowl.
Okay. Oh, Prowl?
Prowl is about movement and acrobatics, and you're
Yeah.
talking about flipping around people. And Devil's Footsteps is as John Harper has described it, the Tony Jaa move. If you're not familiar with Tony Jaa, please go look up any fight scene from The Protector.
On Bach
Or on Bach.
Yeah, Protector.
Protector's just my touchstone. This is the Ip Man move. It's you're gonna be a fucking badass and kick the shit out of people while running on walls and jumping off stuff. So yeah, like that absolutely works. I think if you want to use Prowl to do that,
Okay. Cool.
I will say if you didn't have the poison, this would probably, like, without all that, this is probably Desperate Limited. But with all of that, I'm going to say you're risky standard. But you're pushing yourself. So you can either increase position, increase effect, or get an extra die.
I think I'm gonna do extra die this time.
Extra die. So you're rolling how many?
3.
3 dice, risky standard.
Yeah, that's good. Oh, and I get a +2.
And you
Oh,
have
you get a
+2.
+2.
I got a 5, so 7.
Okay, so
Nice.
that's a total of 6. You're going to get 2 segments on this clock as you just are like a whirlwind through these guys, and they're like, a couple of them get crippled and are just like holding their heads screaming on the ground. Jason Funderburker has been electrocuted and is dead. The others like
that guy.
the others are like grasping for their guns and blades at this point as you're just tearing through them. Steve shotgunning, you a whirlwind of punching death. Who wants to go?
Didn't you have a finishing thing you were doing?
I do have a finishing thing, but I do have a -2 because of somebody trolling me in the chat.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Okay.
You only have one jigger left, so.
They have 1 segment left on the clock.
Okay.
There's still a gang is the thing, is like, there's still like, this is the segment in an Arkham game where you like got the combo ready, but they're not down yet.
So I'm gonna be skirmishing, but I will be using Not to Be Trifled With again, because one of the powers for this is engage a small gang or on equal footing in close combat. So that's 4 die, but I get a -2.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so
And that's not a -2 die. That's the -2 from your highest roll. You're engaging a gang on equal footing, which means this is not desperate. This is risky standard. Some of them are suffering from mind fire poison. Some of them have been shot. I think you're working with. This is risky great.
So thanks for the trolling in chat.
You get to push yourself. So you're adding an extra die.
Yes.
Okay, and that's
So I got
your
4
bonus.
die.
4.
God. Okay. So I got a 5, which -2 is 3. So I failed this.
No, you don't.
Oh, I don't
Do
fail
it,
it.
but
It's
bad
risky,
stuff
great, which
Okay.
means you do it. But I mean, this is like the boom, boom, boom. You're knocking people out. You're tearing through them. People are getting shot, and finally you grab like the final dude by the. I mean, unless you want to narrate it.
No.
You please tell me how you take the final guy out.
Okay.
Like, narrate what you're doing here. I don't want to have that much narrative control over this.
So, like, as everybody's fighting and Mortimer's kind of in the corner right now, I don't know what Mortimer's doing. Right now.
I'm ready to help anyone who needs help.
Okay,
Is basically
gotcha.
what he's trying to do.
Okay. So, what I want to do is, I want to use this where, like, I almost, like, I completely, like, beat up a dude, right? So it's like all these fast hands, and then the last hit, I throw to Mortimer, and Mortimer hits them the last time.
You clothesline him.
Yeah, every time, right? So I'm just taking out every dude up until like the last like 1 HP, and then I
Just
throw
throwing
him
him to me to
Mortimer.
knock him out.
Mortimer
Alright.
was on.
Getting
Mortimer knocks
some
him out.
XP.
Wait, you gotta get practice. You gotta get
That's
practice.
fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like.
Right?
I like
Get
to
my
think.
hands dirty.
Sometimes you get a foot in there. You're like just doing a kick.
Like you don't really have to do anything.
No, yeah, they're just
but-
being hand delivered to me.
And it's at the end of this fight, as the blue coats sort of lie unconscious around you, and one of the drunk guys is like, "I told you that's not how it goes. It doesn't end that way. Shut up! It's a performance piece. It's all about the interpretation of the act." You look down as the dead, not dead, but unconscious, poisoned, shot through. Some are dead, for sure. But you've dealt with this blue coat gang rather expertly, for the most part. You all kept these rolls going. You look down, Xant. Just a second. You look down, Xant, and you've been cut across the ribs.
It was me.
You're gonna take the level 1 harm sliced ribs.
Can I resist?
Yeah, you can always resist.
Okay.
You can spend armor, or you can just resist it.
I do have a second armor
Yep, spend it.
on this one. I'm gonna spend the armor so I don't get cut.
Yep, okay, spend
Can
the
it
armor.
be that? Can it be that at that last sort of second, like I almost get cut, but Mortimer jumps in order to protect me on the last one?
I mean, is that like Mortimer like shoves him in such a way that
Yes.
the blade was gonna
Like,
go here
it
and it
built-
like skirts off the armor?
It built so much confidence when I was
Yeah,
like
yeah.
throwing dudes, right? Right.
I like that.
Okay, cool. And then
I was gonna say in Duskwall, whenever someone dies, isn't like a gong go off?
it does.
Okay.
In fact,
Oh,
in the city of Duskwall, whenever someone dies, there is an enchanted bell that rings. And then crows, the spirit seeker crows, are dispatched from the mortuary. Because the gates to the afterlife have been shattered. People cannot die. And within 24 hours, if their bodies are not cremated in special fire, they will rise as a ghost. And when several of these folks die, the bells begin to ring and crows begin to swarm overhead.
Since I rolled a 3 on this one, can my like pseudo punishment be that Captain Jason Thunderburger does come back?
I mean, maybe he lived. Maybe he didn't die.
Oh, okay.
He's
Right.
gonna have his hand come out of the grave at the end of the episode.
Yeah, that's
But
the post-credit scene.
For now, you've dealt with the gang. I'm not going to take that away from you.
Okay.
Like, you lightning bolted him with a critical success. If you don't want him to die, then sure, he doesn't die.
Okay.
But you lightning bolted him. He's done. You've dealt with the gang. The gang is done. You're good to go. You have 2 segments left to fill on the Get to Brightstone clock. Heat will go up for this score because you killed someone.
Okay.
And that's how that works, is heat goes up, which means that people are closer to finding you. But you have 2 segments to go to Get to Brightstone. We're at 10:10. We got about 20 minutes to wrap this up. Well, I mean, the sooner the better. So how do we get there? What's the last fucking pull to get to the mansion you need to get to?
Yeah, I think at this point we've gone through all the tents.
Yeah, this feels
So
like
it's
the
like-
end of it.
We haul our asses.
It's like I don't even know where to go. Even Steve is just like,
Is this just haul ass across that
Yeah,
bridge through
yeah.
drunk people and like
Basically.
revelers into Brightstone?
Yeah.
Or actually, here's what it is. You do start hauling ass to that bridge, and there's like a checkpoint to get into Brightstone. Because this is where the rich people live.
That's a good point.
How do you get past it?
can we go under the bridge?
Oh, Steve can easily.
But can I assist people going under the bridge?
No, Steve should do the bridge because they can definitely see that you're a ghost.
Yeah.
Yeah, Steve should go under the bridge.
Steve doesn't even make a check. If Steve wants to go under the bridge and like crawl around the canal
But
and
is
then up over, like Steve has spider climb. He's fine.
Is there a way I can help the others with the under the bridge?
You could, if everyone was using climbing gear and attached to you, you could be the lead.
Okay.
Yeah.
How are they checking people? Are they taking their masks off? Or are they checking costumes?
How are they checking people? I think it's like a combination of things. It's like there is blue coat, like a blue coat thing set up. It's like, oh, well, this is the fancy party, and everyone's in costumes, so people are gonna try and sneak in. And I don't think it's like an ID situation, but it's definitely like I'm Madame Montress. I live at 43 Rosewood Lane, the big house. The one with the gold filigree, yes. This is my pet Snuffles. She's a tiny goat. And they're like, yes, Madame Montress, please come through. And then some dude's like, I'm Hank. I had a lot of fungus beer. They're like, Hank, turn the fuck around. Like, it's more of a, this is more of a, like, you know, like the trope of like the doorman in New York City who knows you.
Mm-hmm.
This is what's happening. Like, you don't live in this building. We know you don't live in this building. We know you don't live in this neighborhood. Now, y'all do have like documentation as an item on there. False papers. Is this a thing you've prepared for to get in? Keep in mind, we're going into the next session. It's the same heist.
Mm-hmm.
So keep
Our load.
an eye on your load.
Can I say yes?
Keep an eye on...
Well, I would even think maybe even Vesna would be able to get through.
Can I?
With your
Vesna
society
could... Yeah,
connections.
does Vesna just be... It's just Vesna can walk through, like... You can tell me on that one. That feels like... I mean,
feels
obviously
like a
there's a
Vesna
cost
thing.
or a consequence there. Maybe there's a flashback. I mean, honestly, you all could just flashback and be like, oh, we bribed the guards. Like...
I traveled in here light and I only have 3 load left because I used 2 armors. So I'm trying to save it for the
Armor
next-
is hefty
Yeah.
as load. It takes up a lot.
Yeah. So I only have 3 load left. I don't think I can spare that.
But you also have 2 free load of weapons.
That's what I was using. That's what I
Oh, you
yeah.
use the 2 load for... So you have
For
3
both armor.
light load.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
so I have 3 light load.
My thing says documents plural. Can I have documents for myself and for...
I also do.
It's documents plural, but it means like false papers and things like that. Do you have the false, like, oh, we own this place,
Yeah.
and these are my guests?
Yeah.
You could do that, and that might be a sway.
I even think could it have been a flashback where the guards were bribed with drugs that Mortimer makes?
Yeah, if you want to flashback and try and bribe the guards with drugs, Mortimer just wouldn't have those for this mission.
That sounds like a good idea. Because I'm not good at talking.
And I'm not good at swaying.
Can we do that then?
Is anyone good at swaying?
I have a 1.
Yeah, I don't think we're swayers.
I have 1 in command.
Is this a, hey, we went and met with some guards. Look, We're gonna come through here.
Here's your party drugs for all Demons Day.
Yeah, like, no, legit. You could do that. Someone's gonna have to make a sway, and you're gonna have to spend some
drugs.
Can I make the sway? But then because he's
Yes.
making the drugs, okay, gotcha.
So what I'll say is this is a two stress flashback.
Okay.
Either one of you can spend that stress, or you can split it.
I'll take the stress if you're gonna do this way.
I'll do it.
Okay.
Okay, so you're gonna take 2 stress.
Can't even tell my stress.
What drugs are you giving them, and how much?
Spark.
Spark's the one that like keeps you alert and awake. It's like coffee, right? It's
Yeah, 'cause
cocaine. It's cocaine.
They want to party all night.
Yeah.
You know.
They'll be like, oh, you know what sucks about All Demons Day is I work the first shift, which means it's a 10-hour shift, and then I'm too tired to go party. And so
I'll
you
give
get
them
the like,
Spark,
look,
yeah.
when your shift's over, just
Well, do
And
we have
they're
a
like,
solution for
Oh,
you?
my Lord.
and they're like, all we need is to walk past at the end of the night. The end of your shift, don't worry about it. And then you get this. And so this is like you make the sway. This is risky standard, but actually, given the circumstances, it's probably desperate standard, but I'm gonna up it to risky because of the like he's got quality material.
And then I'm gonna push myself so I can get another die.
All right, push yourself, you get the other die. So risky standard, yeah.
Okay. Come on, guys. That is a 6.
6. So they're like, all right. And then what we see is as you pass through the gates, Mortimer just hands off a package to the guard, and the guard takes it and he goes, "Fun evening, welcome home."
Oh my goodness.
And we see him put it in his pocket, and you walk right into Brightstone, and you find the old house at the end of the lane. You walk up through the path. The gate hangs on rusty iron hinges and swings open easily. It's a big 3-story manor. The yard is overgrown. Clearly no one's taken care of it. This is sort of at the edge of town, closer to Six Grounds. The house is falling apart in some places. You can clearly see there's a fountain in the courtyard that hasn't had water in it in who knows how long. Something scuttles through the overgrown weeds. You're not quite sure what, but it was big. Skydaddy Ryan got the spook music. You're almost certain you see something or someone staring at you from one of the windows before the drapes just start flapping in the wind.
Classic.
And you come up to the front doors, and Jason Funderburger's back.
Yeah.
But they swing open, and as they do, they hit something, and you step into a completely dark room. Who has a light?
I have a
Is,
all
is
do.
Steve glowing still from the rune, or
Oh, is this illuminated by Steve's glowing runes? And Steve enters the room. Okay, now I do have a quick question. Where's Small Steve?
I think if we want to, let's say,
You can hold that in reserve.
Yeah, I think you should
no,
hold it
I know
reserved.
where Small Steve is.
Okay, where's Small Steve?
If one to say in a flashback, we had him shipped to the house next door,
Okay, Small Steve is in the house.
so
next
he
door.
is like
Nice.
so close. needed.
Spend 2 drain, or someone spend 2 stress to have that happen.
I'll do it.
Okay.
That's a smart idea.
You ship Small Steve to the house next door, and the door like hits something and it rattles, and then you see that like the runes on you illuminate the room, and it is a big foyer, and there is a circle, a magic circle drawn in the ground, in what may or may not be blood. You're not certain, and there are long ropes going from the ceiling 3 floors up all the way down here, and knotted in those ropes are bones, and those bones are not quite human, not quite animal. In fact, you're not really certain what they are. And there is the sound of a gramophone playing somewhere in this house.
That's the 3rd spookiest instrument.
There's a gramophone playing. It sounds like chanting. You're really not sure.
Is it like low chanting? Or?
It's like low. My touchstone for this is
It's not like the high pitch like. "Ah!"
No, it's like
it's
like the Sephiroth fight.
did you have any of you seen Ready or Not?
Oh yeah.
The like when they would like, oh, it's hide and seek time, and they put the music on.
Yeah.
It's that. It's fucking. Gonna look up my touchstone here, and I'm sorry. Give me a minute.
It's like an old timey song.
It's an old timey song. If
But in
any of
chant
you
form?
know,
It's playing backwards.
Lambert, Hendricks, and Ross. It's deep fucking
Oh my
pulp.
god.
If any of you know
jeez.
Lambert, Hendricks, and Ross, which is like an old kind of jazzy singing trio, they have a song called Halloween Spooks. It's
Wait,
very
give us a decade. I don't even know.
I don't even know.
Okay.
I don't even know. They have a good one called Caravan.
Don't have the one where the
We'll
guy
look it
sings
up
about
after
women?
this. We'll look it up.
It sounds like
Women! Oh!
50s or 40s, but
Lambert, Hendricks, and Ross was like early 1900s. Like early 1900s, creepy sort of like gramophone music. Again, it's not creepy in the time, but to us it is. Because it's just like this is music, but it's also in a language you don't understand. And it's clearly like three people singing or chanting some sort of weird song. And it echoes through these halls in such a weird way. And between the staircases that sort of spiral up, there's a door that goes downward, and there's a faint blue light coming out of it. And Steve, your chest just aches. It's horrible, the pain. You haven't felt pain in so long. When was the last time you felt pain, Steve?
oh my god.
How did you die?
That's probably more complicated than it should be.
Yeah. How did Steve die? The
Uh,
ghost that possesses Steve's body. Because you suddenly remember who you are,
Yeah.
which is the thing holes don't do.
I imagined that Steve died in prison from like some kind of a torture, but there was some kind of setup where that's how like Mortimer and Zant were like ready to get the ghost. I don't know.
Did Steve take the fall for something they did?
Yeah, definitely.
Steve took the fall for
Steve
something
took the
they did.
fall, was
Wait.
like in a way over his head, but
And he was killed in
Yeah.
Iron Hook prison, the
Mhm.
prison within the city. And they intercepted the body before it could be burned at the crematorium.
I don't know how they knew. They just and then I was a robot.
And you know this.
Yeah.
Now you know it.
Yeah.
And this is the first time you have felt pain since you died.
Yeah.
And it is hot in your chest, in the cavity the obelisk is in. And the gramophone grows louder. And the blue light grows a little bigger. And something drips from the ceiling onto the circle on the ground. And something moves in the darkness. And we'll have to find out what happens next week.
Oh,
my
Bill.
gosh.
Yep.
That's scary.
Hey, welcome to October, a spooky game as we play a spooky month. As it's a spooky month.
Spooky month.
It's a
Spooky
spooky
month.
month as we play spooky games. I have been your MC, Loren Peterson. We've been playing Blades in the Dark, a game by John Harper. You can follow me on Twitter at DM_LSP. We have been very, very lucky to host Thursday nights here on Perception Studio. It's been an absolute blast. So join us next week is next week the finale?
Next week is not the finale.
Next week is
So
not
don't
the
worry.
finale.
We still got a few. We still got a few more weeks. So
Cool. We still got a few more weeks of spooky shit going on,
Yeah, we
so
still got
we'll
couple
boil
more
over into November just a little bit.
November.
yeah, we
November.
most likely. November.
Boomber. I don't.
November's fine.
November's fine. November's fine. We'll boil over into November. Come join us for more spooky Blades in the Dark as we deal with ghosts and murders and ghost robots and cool tall demon ladies who dance and say horny things. It'll be a fun time. Like I said, I have been your MC, Loren Peterson. You can find me on Twitter at DM_LSP. Joining me, as always, is...
I'm DJ Shulky. You can find me online at dshulky. That's DSCHULKEY.
And I'm Kati Kawaguchi, and you can find me online at _KIDKATI.
I'm Andrew Lindy. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Podcaster Andrew.
And I'm JPG, and you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at JPG. That's JAEPEAGEE.
Special shout out to Sky Daddy Ryan.
Sky Daddy Ryan.
Who has been immensely helpful and wonderful tonight. Thank you, Sky Daddy Ryan. We throwing it forward to the raid?
Yeah, but I'm going to be going through the spiel. I am going through the spiel as well, too. Make sure to meet us back here next Thursday as well for another Blades in the Dark game. But thank you so much for watching, and thank you for your support. Everything you tip goes right back to the studio. Keeps these lights on, keeps us here in the chairs and all that as well.
Keeps beer in the fridge.
If anything you saw tonight you think is worth at least $1, please consider joining our Patreon. You could be a Patreon producer, like we got Yaram, we got
Wolverconnie's super fun.
Incredible. Or an associate producer as well. I think the associate producers are coming up in just a second. We have tiers as low as $1, but at tiers 3 and above, you will receive an exclusive Perception Studio pin.
Oh, we missed
Dick Sword!
For every 3 consecutive months, you will receive an additional pin. Right now, this new pin is the Cucumber Rage pin as well, too. And as always, we're going to be paying this forward with the raid as well. Sky Daddy Ryan, who are we going to be raiding tonight?
Fork my life.
Wait, fork or forked? Okay, so
Fork.
in the present tense. We're going to be raiding Fork My Life.
Wait, in what world is fort and
Fork.
fork
Because you
different
could-
tenses?
Well, fork and forked.
Fork.
Right?
Forked. I think you said fort.
No.
Oh, forked. As in,
Because
like,
Fort My
F-O-R-K-E-D.
Life sounds like a Fortnite streamer.
Oh, and thank you for the follow at the end of this.
Awesome,
thing.
thank you so much.
you. Is it A Wildfire?
A Wild Firen.
Firen? Okay, gotcha.
That's how I'm pronouncing
I'm not
it.
a very
Thank
good
you.
reader. Yeah, thank you. Thank you again, everyone. Hopefully we'll see you guys next Thursday. I'm sure Lauren will have some shenanigans and clocks and all that stuff for you.
Get ready for
yeah.
spooky shit.
Yeah.
It's gonna be spooky.
Spooky shit and clocks.
It's. I mean, look,
Lauren's wheelhouse.
we're like 3 days from Halloween for the next one. We're
That's
getting
a fair
horror.
point.
We've been ramping up the spook.
Yeah, that's true.
Bye, guys.
Bye.